Should I be ready for the high fives, or is that just you guys?
Get ready. Get ready. So we do it like starfish style, like around the horn. This is starfish around the horn too. This has gotten weird. It's gotten weird.
Stupid.
Listen, everybody.
All right,
Welcome. Welcome to Awesome Talk Season 10, Episode 1. Tonight is the 5-year anniversary of all
Nice.
Right, it is. 5 years.
Cheers to 5 years, man.
Blinky, folks. Blinky.
I feel like I'm here for a special episode now.
You are indeed.
Well, it's always a special episode.
Mark Henley, do you need a
Especially
beer?
when we got
A very special episode.
Here is a mug,
There's a mug.
and there's right.
There
Rolling
are
Rock,
beers of
Guinness, Blue Moon, Schmittix.
Dude, it'd be really
Wait.
funny if at some point a guest came on and one of you guys were like, "Do you want a beer?" And they were like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Here, you can share mine with me."
Yeah, just
Yeah, just the weird amount.
You just pull a Cousin Eddie, just get him the open your own.
Brian, why you gotta go and destroy
Damn, you're just
everything?
fucked up.
I mean, move the curtain.
That's not your fault.
Wait,
just
since
leave
it's
it.
since it is a very special episode, are we gonna learn a lesson? Like,
I'll
don't
tell you
talk
what.
to strangers or
I'm
something?
gonna tell you
Like,
something, Mr. Wade Wilson. Yeah, Ryan,
This is the
seriously,
thing?
fine, just
Yeah, no.
You
it's
remember a
okay.
very
It's not your
special
fault.
episode.
I know,
right?
like a
Everything is a shambles
G.I.
now.
Joe cartoon.
Well, it
Gums,
was,
you're in charge of standing
Because
there
no
all
one
night.
gets
while you're-
that.
Yeah, you have to stand there all night.
knowing is a part of the
Just
power.
sit right there and hold up the curtain.
Yeah, but the table
You know
is
that.
So namaste.
Yeah, so hello, welcome to the show.
Hey, wait, we're starting. He's doing.
Now we're actually on the show.
Now we're live.
For real, for real.
Cheers.
So, welcome to the, what's up?
In the back there.
See, what
Yeah.
a cluster F right now.
So welcome to the show. Welcome everybody in the
That's
chat room
nice.
so far. I see Madison. I see Amy. I feel like Miss Molly. I
All
see
right,
Freddie
Freddie
Fry.
Fry, cool.
I
Welcome,
see
guys.
people in the chat. That's pretty dope.
Hey, all those guys.
Do me a favor, hit those heart buttons because they look really cool when they all pop
And
up.
yo,
like
when they
talk,
bubble up.
speak,
Yeah.
converse with each other and get involved. We love that shit. We
Mhm.
do read it. We do pay attention.
Yeah, we do.
Those of us that can read.
That's why I got the specs.
You got to make fun of me?
Uh-oh.
All right, listen. So anyway, so here we are. We're on the show. Oof, I'm here. Welcome, Amy. And listen, we have a great show for you tonight. Hi, Stones. Hi.
Hey, Stump.
Hey. Here he is.
I feel like somebody else was sitting here, and now it's
Just the
Don't
phone.
you
He
lazy-
killed him and ate his flesh.
Damn.
see, I'm not surprised.
That
So
was
anyway, welcome
fast.
to the
Oh,
show.
I gotta tell you.
I
you
broke
know.
the genie's lamp over here and he emerged.
I can't fucking believe that tonight represents 5 fucking years of doing
I can
this.
totally believe it. It feels like 20.
We've been in the same room together.
I know, we've been in the same room together a lot. Well, some of us. We've lost some people along the way.
Yeah,
Good
we
riddance,
killed
you
them.
bastards.
Killed them and we
Damn,
ate them.
that's
Like,
cold.
did you lose him or did you
My
get?
God.
Hold on.
Someone knocks upon the Awesome Talk door.
Oh, we got another one.
We
Shit.
might have someone that
Is there another
we're
bench?
taking off the list.
Yes.
Wait, so did you lose him or you fucking got rid of
I
him?
don't know.
I think
That
that's
one
Some
was
of
right
them
premature at the
disappeared
moment.
and just never came back.
We
Other
don't
ones
know what
left.
happened to him. We're not gonna say
Couple
anything.
people we
But,
don't
you
know.
know.
I'm pretty sure there may have been one or two. There may have been one or two who liked the first time they were here and then came back and were like, I can't do this. I can't do this to my parents, you know?
Stones, do me a favor, take over the show for me.
They got
What did you?
Everything
What
is
did you do?
silent
Order a
in
pizza?
Europe now.
And we're canceled.
We canceled ourselves. Stones brought us all down.
That's it.
That's the end.
Yo, that's how it goes. Yo, you have Wade on the show and you just get canceled. Like, yeah,
That
no,
sounds defeatist.
No, literally at Concept Bar in Trenton, the first show I played there.
Empty.
The first show I played at Concept Bar, my friends started moshing, and we accidentally knocked down the speaker stack, and like wires came out on the wall, and the wife of the guy that was running the bar, she comes back there and she just sees it and she's like, yeah, no more. Who's that guy on stage?
Hey, Dan.
Never him. Again.
Dan Reinauer's here.
No more
Dan
shows.
Reinauer's here. All right.
What's up, brother?
How are you?
man? How you doing?
How you doing?
What's up, Danny?
How's it going?
How are you?
Do you want to play to the church?
How's the light look on me? I'm on my superstar shit. How does the light look on me? No.
Fan.
Hey.
Things are tight.
We are tight like the
It should be
tiger.
tight. Tight like a tiger.
Thank you, sir. Stones, I like how you think that helps. It doesn't
Hey
really.
Dan, if you move the bench, over there, I think
I
you'll
wanted
have
you to
a
pass
better,
by my backside.
Dan.
Irene Sullivan is in the chat room, everybody. I want to
Shouts out to Irene. That's my
Guys,
homegirl.
Irene, everybody.
Who the hell is clicking on the angry face? Oh, shizer fuck.
It's probably because I'm on this show. I keep telling you.
It's a Riz Ice.
You're drawing people in. Riz Ice Krispies.
A pounder just walked
Doesn't
in.
matter. Yeah, what?
Rice
What's it?
Krispies.
matter. Why?
Oh, Brandy's in the show. Martine's in the
He
show.
just put the
Welcome.
merchandise
Yo,
right on the
okay,
table.
I'm just gonna ask: is there weed in me?
No.
God damn it!
Clean.
Even if there was, we'd never admit it on camera.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe there is.
Everybody huddle in. Now listen,
I
here's
think
the
we're
deal.
pretty huddled, bro.
Here's the deal. This is the show tonight. And real quick, I just wanna, as the host of the show, I'd like to formally announce Mark Henley, comedian, is here tonight. I want to hear it from him.
Hey, Mark.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the fucking firebox there.
And hip hop artist Wade Wilson from DKFG.
Wade
is
Wilson.
here.
How you doing,
DKFG,
folks?
whatever the fuck that means.
Pick one.
Fuck that shit, man. You guys gotta admit,
DKFC.
it's gotta come from somewhere.
Don't kill
Does
fucking
Khalil
Sullivan.
feel good?
I feel like you guys just sometimes pick certain things that are
Well-
totally random just to
Well,
fuck
we've
with
heard like
people.
80 different answers, so we just started making things up.
It originally was just DK. It was Dead Kids,
Okay.
and there was
a good
another
name.
group. There was another group called Dead Kids somewhere that someone found.
And they were bitches about that shit.
Well, they were rich boy rappers, kind of like, even though they looked
I
like
see.
thugs, and we were worried about getting sued. So
yeah, right.
Raymond Strife, the genius that he is,
Alright.
said
we love
DKFG, and it kind of, when he first said it, he was like, "Dead Kids, fuck God," and I was just like, I don't know. You're gonna throw some people off with that? I mean,
that's defunk.
I'm sure people try to pronounce it as a word.
Oh, look, these guys from the Fucker.
Yeah, that sounds like some German weird.
Sounds scary.
Yes.
Performing tonight is the fuck.
Yeah.
Split from New Jersey.
I gotta say though, I'm
People are like,
jealous.
these guys are from Trenton.
I'm jealous that you guys get to call yourselves Dead Kids. Fuck God. As a comic, you can't ever do that. You can't just be like, we're the Dead Kids
Of
now.
course
Just-
you can.
No,
Nah,
No,
it's
no.
totally
Wow.
weird. If you do.
Yeah.
no. I mean,
The fact
well,
you
it
get
was
to be
just.
Wade Wilson is awesome. You
You're definitely
Thank
have
gonna
to
turn
be
the
Mark
college
Henley. You
into
got to be
a book
Wade
then.
Wilson.
No, but if you're a collective of rappers, you feel like there's more artistic license taken. If you're a one man comedian,
yeah, but-
entity, and you stand on a stage and say "Dead Kids, fuck
Yeah,
God,"
but
Well,
what
wait,
about
wait,
fucking-
okay.
But what about
Two
fucking
things.
Carrot
Two
Top?
things.
He wasn't
Two
called
things.
that
Stanhope.
stupid name.
Two
One
things.
at a time.
Two things. One is comedians change their name all the time.
Dude,
Jamie
look at
Foxx's
Carrot
name
Top.
isn't Jamie Foxx.
No,
That's
that guy's last name is definitely The Entertainer.
Does anybody know Carrot Top's actual fucking name?
What's Carrot
Yeah.
Top's name?
I don't know.
Yo, dude.
That's a
See,
point.
on my podcast, we have a Google guy who looks shit up.
Well,
for me,
good
you know.
for you.
Nice to know somebody around here has some money and some production value.
No, he doesn't get paid.
Just grind
No,
our nose
he-
in it like
he-
we don't know what we're
yo,
doing over
he-
here at Austin Talk.
He
There
doesn't
are
get
9
paid.
of us and
Oh,
not-
come on.
He's just a friend of mine that wants to get on camera and he has no talent, so he looks shit up on the internet. That's his whole job. That's what you got going for you.
And that's when a producer is born.
He's on Facebook right now. Apparently, I'm a talentless asshole.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love you, Vinny. You're my boy. Don't get me wrong.
Vinny's sending his fucking resume out real hard right now. He's hitting Monster.com
Resume
like
for
a
what?
motherfucker.
Yeah, all the places that want him to look shit up on the internet.
You'd be surprised.
Find a new place to go.
Next week he's on your fucking show.
Yeah,
Shit up for you guys.
there are fucking old folks' homes that can really use your services.
Click it, everybody.
If he doesn't know how to explain Baccarat or Mahjong to people.
Wait, I want to actually click. Can I have that one?
Which one?
The class.
Oh, yes, of course. sir.
Repeat.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wait, hold it. No.
All right, here. All right.
We got a whole process.
I'd love
Hey.
Hey, I'm walking it.
So now we'll do a classic around the bar.
Oh, for really?
Yep, I am your host.
Jared, don't act like you didn't
so
miss it,
long.
Jared.
Yeah, don't act like you didn't miss it. It's been 2 months.
I bet every night before bed, Jared's like,
Hi, I'm Jared.
hi, and I'm Dan. And he like goes
Yeah, he does his own
in the
personal
mirror.
round the
Good
bar.
night, Rick.
And he's like,
Good night,
man,
Rick, the host.
good
Good night.
times.
Good night, Dan.
Like that's when he
times.
says his prayers at night.
And then he
goes
goes,
And please look out for my friend Dan, the conspiracy theorist.
Oh shit.
Chemtrails rules.
Yes. Hold on, they fucking
And
right.
God
too.
fist bumps
Oh,
here.
how did you say
I love chemtrail.
And good night.
Let's see, Brandy, drink up, talentless assholes.
Yeah,
Get that show.
goddamn right.
Carrot Top sucks.
All right, wait, we have a chat.
Wait,
Wait, shut up.
Yeah.
Can someone in the chat tell me what Carrot Top's
I think
actual
they're getting
name
to
is?
it.
Yeah, somebody let's get to it.
Christopher Top, right?
No.
Christopher.
Or
Oh my
Carrot
God, I hope so.
Tomlinson.
Randy Carb is in the chat.
Yep. She says, drink up. I dig.
Holy
show.
shit, Rob Lowe likes our video.
What?
It's not the same Rob Lowe, it's Rob
It's just
Loe.
some
Oh,
random-
yo, that's my boy, Rob Lowe.
Alright. Hey man, I'll take whichever Rob Lowe I can get.
Hijack names?
No, he's actually trying to hide from the government, I think.
Oh, he's doing a
And
real
the
shit
easiest,
job.
and the easiest way.
It's a shit job.
Oh God damn it!
I didn't even know I was looking for him.
I'm
He was
sorry.
right
But
there.
the
Maybe
easiest
he realizes no one pays attention to Rob Lowe.
to Rob Lowe.
Right.
Oh.
Right. That's a bummer. I love Rob
Looking
Lowe.
for
Do
the
you
other Rob
really?
Lowe.
Come on, man. Rob Lowe in Wayne's World was fucking great.
What's the
You have
what's
to-
the
you have
last
to go
thing
back
Rob Lowe did?
35 years.
I
to
have
find
to go back
something
that
great
long.
that he did.
Oh no, Super Troopers 2. Rob
Okay.
Lowe was the bad guy in
Hey,
Super
was it-
Troopers 2.
Oh, is he? I didn't
Yes.
see it yet. I didn't see it yet.
Scott Thompson is Carrot Top.
What?
Scott
Scott
Thompson's not
Thompson?
Spoiler
I don't know.
But the Thompson is probably where he got the top.
I gotta be honest. Carrot Top is a better choice.
Scott,
Yeah.
isn't Scott Thompson the gay guy from Kids in the Hall?
No.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
It's another hijack name.
No.
No.
That's
Oh, it's Scooby Doo.
Carrot Top's name, yes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Scott Thompson.
get-
No, but I
get
think
your
you're right.
Thompson
Scott
shot.
Thompson is the gay guy from Kids in the Hall. The guy, like, hello. Like,
Are
yeah,
you
what
saying
was
he's
the movie
masquerading
where he
as
did-
Carrot Top?
No,
That's
he's
brilliant.
Or are you saying they just?
I'm
But see,
fairly
that's the
certain
thing.
Dude, do
More
you have
than
an
one
idea how
Scott
ripped
Thompson.
Carrot Top is?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's
Yeah,
scary.
It's
Dude,
really
it's
fucking
not
scary.
even- It's like a mutant, dude. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
even-
it's
You
gross.
know
It's
why
really gross.
he has to be that ripped?
But it's gross.
all the carrots.
Because he has to.
I thought he was just dripping with game.
That's
That
all
guy
that.
sucks.
That's all that beta
He needs to
carotene,
protect
baby.
himself.
Yeah, but he went way
Oh, but
past
muscles
being
don't mean you can
built.
fight. I
Like,
beat
he
the fuck
looks
out of dudes with muscles
mutated
before.
and
Thank you.
weird.
Thank you.
Like,
There
he
is
always
such,
looks
you can
like-
there
fight
is such a
something.
thing as there is
Can I
such a
say
thing as
something
trophy
else? Hold on.
muscles.
Let me say, so the other day I was on Instagram and I saw Nick Swartzen, and Nick Swartzen was it was
You act
hanging
like
out.
you bumped into him in a bar.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
oh, so I
So
saw
I
you.
ran into
It
Nick
might as well
Swartzen
be. Yeah,
on
but
the
Instagram
internet.
sometimes you can't do that.
You have the body, but then you have that head on it.
I did not. I could have gone the rest of my life and not seen
Let me
that.
tell you something. Carrot Top's awesome. So Nick Swartzen posted this thing on Instagram the other day, and
I
it's like,
follow him, but he's gonna follow me back one day.
yeah.
He's so weird.
And they're out to eat, and it's like, it's Nick Swartzen, Louis Anderson, and Carrot Top all hanging out together at a diner.
Yeah.
And what's fucking
That
funny is
is
like,
the whitest fucking thing I've ever heard.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's close.
No,
I'm sorry.
I know there's way wider groups of people that would hang out,
kinda-
but
I kinda wanna know
please
the
keep going.
Yeah, most of them, they
Like
usually
family.
wear white hoods on the.
Yeah, that's
John
why
Knotts, Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
He's not even alive.
The cult leader?
Well, I'm not talking about people like
You're
like
not
I'm
talking
thinking
about
to-
alive
fuck-
people.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I can name one easier,
Anyway,
wider than that, but
Those guys just hanging out together
No, I'm talking
is actually
about-
funnier than their stand-up.
I'm kidding.
It was funny.
It's like Ralphie May. I was never a fan of Ralphie May, and then Joey Diaz.
well, we'll never know because two of them are never
Oh,
gonna get
Joey
stand-up.
Diaz.
Yeah.
Was it his podcast that he has?
No, well, it was connected to his podcast because he did like an Instagram post where it was like him hanging out with Ralphie May smoking a joint in an alley, and the two of them are just talking while they smoke, and like Ralphie May just talking in conversation is fucking hilarious.
He's dead.
But his stand, I know,
But
but,
that-
his
that's-
stand-up was
Well,
really.
but you
yeah.
also
That's
gotta-
the thing with a lot of those comics like that. The ones that you're like, oh, like someone like Sinbad, he sucks. He's just some stupid guy from an old movie about.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude,
Yeah,
Sinbad's
but I
fucking.
saw-
Dude, Sinbad's
I saw
hilarious.
Sinbad like a year ago. No one kills harder than Sinbad.
Dude,
Sure.
he's
Sinbad
hysterical.
walked in
Yeah.
here, we'd all choke to death.
Dude,
from
people,
laughing.
people
I'd
only
die
watch
laughing.
Sinbad's
I always
movies.
liked
His
Sinbad.
stand-ups
Yeah.
were
But
always fucking hard.
Yeah.
The other thing you gotta realize is like when you're a comedian, and I will give you
Yeah.
one thing that you're saying about the difference between with me being a rapper, and I mean, even that every rapper can't do that, but like I can jump on a trap track, and half my friends hate trap rap,
Yeah.
but I can jump on like a down south track. This thing, I'm kind of known for being versatile or whatever, but people don't really see their name even tell me. I don't really like this kind of rap, but yo, you jumping on that beat was hot.
Yeah.
But like with comedians, you kind of gotta serve your audience a little bit. It
Yeah.
throws people off when you do
you
something.
get
And actors too. Like sometimes, like you'll see an actor play a role that's like not with it. Just like I watched a movie one time where Wayne Brady was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And I know anyone that sees this movie is like, what the? I'm not watching
not
Wayne
buying
Brady.
this.
Yeah,
Right,
you
right,
know, because
yeah.
he's like, he's like singing pop songs on his show.
yeah,
Like,
Wayne Brady.
Galifianakis
Yeah,
just said with coffee.
Oh my god, yeah.
So
He did the whole thing where he said
comedians
Let
in
him get it
cars
out,
with
let him get it
coffee
out.
with Jerry Seinfeld.
Right,
and
yeah,
he
and-
did
Go ahead,
one
let
with
him do it,
Zach
let him do it.
And he
Galifianakis.
sat there and he said that I was at my sister's wedding and I had a real heartfelt moment. I started crying and everybody started laughing at me like I was making a joke.
Because
like,
nobody knows
Because
whether he's
nobody
joking
knows
or
whether
not.
actually being serious or not. Like that's the curse.
So he was like literally
of his
crying at
brand
his
of
sister's
comedy.
wedding,
It's
and
like, you
everybody
gotta deal with
laughed
that
at
all the
him
time.
because they
think
thought he
he's
was doing a
joking.
bit.
Yeah,
Right,
he's
yeah,
doing
right.
a bit at
Right,
all
yeah.
times. Yeah.
But
Like, that's gotta suck.
with comedians, you kind of gotta play to your arms. Just like if you saw fucking Larry the Cable Guy
Right.
do a stand up and he was talking about a bunch of intelligent stuff, you'd be like, what the fuck is that?
Dude,
Like,
if you
that's
saw
not-
Larry the Cable Guy, he started doing Doug Stanhope's act.
Yeah.
His audience would walk the fuck
Yeah,
out.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, God,
That's
they
what I'm talking
fucking-
about.
Because
Kill him.
Doug Stanhope will go up on stage
Dude.
and he'll call Sarah Palin's kid a retard.
Yeah, because that's who he
Because
is.
that's
Yeah.
part. Yeah, but I'm.
But that's
No,
his
hold
shtick.
on,
It's
hold
so
on.
much
weirder
Just
than
to
that,
say,
but yeah,
he's
that's
doing it. He's other level with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a slur. Like
No.
Stanhope's other level.
Yeah, there's some
but-
interviews with his
But
personal
Larry
life.
the
His
Cable
personal life
Guy's
is
fucking
sideways
audience is
as
not
fuck.
that level. You know what I'm saying?
Holy
So they
shit.
wouldn't get it.
Yo.
All they would hear is a redneck saying that.
Doug Stanhope can do like a bit about something that's so devastating that like he was like talking about the breakup with his girlfriend and her getting an abortion, and it was funny.
Yeah, so
If you told me that story as a friend, I'd be
So
like,
you-
this
yeah.
is the worst story. There's no laughing at this.
Can I
But
say
he
it? Can I
did
say
it.
the line? This is what Doug Stanhope says.
It's all about timing.
Context is everything.
2 days later, you're at the bar. So I got a story for you.
Yeah.
So then they shut the vacuum off, and I felt great. I felt fucking great.
Then I blacked out.
It was like I was born again.
That's all,
But see, that-
all I saw. And I went out to the bar.
And then and see me, I'm still the type of person to be like, wait, was that a joke? Was he being serious just now? It is like I
Yeah,
don't
but then you got comedians who are like, who are even Neil Hamburger.
Oh god, yeah.
What?
It's just random weird.
It's
I'm not
just
familiar.
like he like has like a comb over and like it's a whole
He's
bit.
so annoying looking.
But
Yeah.
it's genius.
But-
I met him.
But
if
he's
you
fucking
understand the
hilarious.
narrative behind it.
But more,
Yeah, yeah,
more,
yeah.
more
It's really
recently,
jarring to meet
More
him because
recently,
when you meet
too.
him, he's like, "Oh, hey, what's good?
But
And
no-
you're
Yeah,
like,
right. You mean it's like, hey,
But
and
you
he
know
goes on
what?
stage.
You know who I think actually I would come to appreciate lately, who's like a way better representation of that like stick to
Yeah.
it. Jimmy Carr. The UK,
I know the name.
Brit, the
Oh,
Brit,
the
dude,
Brit.
He
Oh
walks
my
out,
God, he's
like,
brutal.
Dude, he's absolutely fucking brutal, but he does everything politely. He's just like,
Well,
sluts
he's
at you,
fucking
like,
British.
But he absolutely
like-
slays people. He
Yeah,
fucking
it's like
murders.
British people are the only people where it was like they can tell you to go fuck yourself and you gotta
Yeah.
think about it. Like, is this?
Yeah.
They're like, because you still felt like we're being.
It's like,
you still gotta
it's
think
like,
about.
It
Wait,
must have
he
been
really
very
told me to
diff-
fuck
yeah.
off just now.
It's like,
Like,
it
how
must have
dare
been,
you?
it must have been very
Depends on the-
difficult to
depends
get
on the
over
British
your
guy,
mother
doesn't it, though?
raping your father.
Well,
and
if
killing
he's
him.
like a
And
cockney.
your tie looks
Yeah,
quite
it's cockney.
nice.
One at a time. It's psychotic in
Yeah,
here.
okay, he's like, yeah, Jimmy Carr is
I
like,
thought that was the show.
he has a shtick.
Well, it is the show.
It is.
Wow, he fucking caught you.
Oh wait.
He has control
Well, I
issues.
thought.
He
I
wants-
thought. Am I wrong? Am I at the wrong podcast? Is there another one down the hall that I should
me
be
tell you
at?
something.
We were to understand
Wait till
that we
everybody's
punch a
drunker.
pie.
Wait till everyone's drunker. Let me tell you, the early days of Awesome Talk, 5-year anniversary in year 1.
Yeah.
Okay? When we opened the fucking season, it was just, by the opening show, like, hey, what's up? So somebody
People loved it.
Yeah. And now we're all fine.
It's like me at some of my shows. I used to say stuff and be like, "It's only gonna get worse. Stay for the rest of the set.
Rick,
It's only gonna get worse."
I got you.
I bought a pad specifically for this.
Like a medical pad?
Not a
Like a
medical
maxi
tag.
pad.
Yeah, that's the worst thing we
I
all
can use a
thought of.
prescription pad if you got an extra one lying around.
Okay.
Sure.
Hey, dude,
Does
nothing's wrong
anybody
with
need
maxi
a beer?
pads.
Yes, me please.
We're not
what-
as far as you
whatever's
Surprise me. Surprise me.
So, go ahead. What are you gonna
Ryan,
say?
please.
He doesn't know.
Oh,
He's
I thought
he's
he had a
engaged
thing.
with the beer.
I thought he was ready. I thought you were ready.
Were you
Ready
really
for
gonna
a
say
beer?
I
something?
was ready for
We
a
were
beer.
waiting for you.
So I saw something.
Oh, a beer, a point you were making.
Look over there. That's my point. Okay. Beers?
I thought.
Okay, you were talking about the whiter thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Just happened.
Oh.
Right now. You just saw it.
Oh, that was
All right,
pretty white.
please say what you're gonna say.
Here's what I was gonna say.
Wait, the
so
white-
before the
Because
show,
you're gonna forget.
before the show started, I used to think this was a joke, and then I saw it, and it was real. Thank you, sir.
No, we.
Oh, okay, I'll take that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So,
I
tonight
said,
before the
surprise
show-
me, you brought me the same beer.
Surprise.
Trade.
I already told you what we had earlier, so there was really no hope in surprising you.
So
I
before
figured
the
I'd
show
just-
started tonight, one of the things I saw online, I saw this recently, and I thought it was a joke, and then it turned out it wasn't actually a joke, is that some people are eating raw chicken and calling it sushimi.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I used to work in a fucking in a chicken kitchen, and I'd have to like
chicken
butcher. I'd have to like butcher them. You get them in whole body, and you'd have to cut the portions to fry. If you so much as got a drop splashed of raw chicken blood in your mouth, you'd be shitting uncontrollably for like 2 days. Sure.
Well, okay, here's the thing where I think people are just trying to do something adventurous as opposed to what makes sense.
It's adventurous.
Fish, there's a reason you can eat it raw. You know why? Because people have lived next to oceans for fucking ever, and they probably ate fish like
No,
that.
the only
And
thing
we're
you can
used
get
to
from
it.
fish
Let
is
me
mercury
finish this point.
poisoning over
I mean-
overexposure.
Chicken
Yeah.
has to have the salmonella.
Yeah.
And if it's a fresh death, then you can eat just about anything.
He
No,
says
I don't
that
know.
all the time.
I don't know where he's going with
That is his
that.
catchphrase. If it's a fresh death, you can eat
Yeah,
it.
the fresh.
You say that to all the people.
But yo, okay, so it's the same reason, the same reason why lactose intolerance is a thing, because we didn't actually start drinking
say
milk
that all the
until like
time.
late into being humans. We ate everything. That's why we can eat a raw
Yeah, it's
steak.
the people that can eat milk that are the freaks.
Word.
Actually, technically, yes, you're right. That's weird.
I
Hey,
think- I think-
Joseph
but I'm not
DeFure's in the
technically
chat.
that.
Gordon's in the chat. Welcome, Huh? Cousin Joe is in the chat.
Cousin
What's
Joe?
up?
Whose cousin is he?
I mean, shit. Well, like,
It's just one of those
what he
things,
just
man.
said, though. He
Wait,
said, like,
go ahead. No, let him say it.
everything.
Oh, no, everyone, to a degree, everyone's allergic to
I
dairy.
agree with that, dude.
Like,
though, but
like,
like,
you eat a piece
think
of
about
cheese,
it.
like your mouth's getting water. It's
But
called
think
milk
about it.
mouth, or
Like,
whatever
dude,
it's called.
I'm not a fucking
That's an allergic
vegetarian,
reaction.
but if you think about it logistically, everybody's allergic to everything except fucking vegetables. If you eat too much red meat, you get stomach
No,
disorders.
people
If
are
you eat
allergic
too
to
much-
vegetables too, bro.
Oh yeah,
I ate
and
too
then,
much
you know
fried
what?
People's
food.
mouths
Yeah.
itch and shit
Actually,
like
some
that when they eat
people
them and
have
shit.
it.
Dicks and tits.
They do.
That's
From the same guy. From the same guy that brought you.
It's a primordial
What'd you
mismatch.
say?
You can have anything that's been freshly
It's a
slaughtered.
grab bag. You throw your
I
thumb
wanna
in
know.
there and you see what comes out.
I mean, you get him something with dicks and tits that's freshly slaughtered.
Then you're just all good.
It's a
At that
no,
point,
but there is-
everything's fair.
To be fair though, there is like there's a temperature that you could cook a chicken where the inside would still be raw, but it,
Oh,
the
for
whole
fuck's sake,
no,
where the hell are you
no,
going with this?
Scientifically, there is if you heat a piece of meat up to a certain temperature interiorly, it kills bacteria, and it could still
Yeah,
be
that's-
technically
that's
raw
the-
inside.
He's a real
now,
Tyler
if you're
Durden.
just taking a fucking raw piece of chicken and eating it, you're gonna be puking.
Oh, you're talking about eating it. Okay.
But if you like
What did you think was
parboiled
gonna
or
fuck the chicken?
Yes.
or did,
Oh,
there is
he had
a
his
way-
dick-
Okay, I was
there is a
like,
way to eat
what?
raw
Where are
or
we-
tender chicken in the middle where it's not
never
technically
served you
poisonous,
chicken medium
but
rare.
still not really good for it.
There's no such thing as medium rare chicken.
Exactly.
It's just cooked or
Yeah,
not
you
fucking cooked.
cook it.
It's cooked or not.
It's either cooked or it's dry.
Or it's
I'm sorry.
overcooked.
Yeah.
Watching
Overcooked
this
and
guy,
it's dry.
watching this guy
It's either
hold some
cooked
raw
or it's fucking
chicken,
overcooked.
hold some raw chicken
And just-
in a
and
pair of
just
chopsticks,
slop it
dip
down
it
like
in
a
some
fucking-
some soy
like a
sauce,
gummy
and
worm.
slurp it into his mouth.
Wait,
It's so
wait,
awful.
wait, but I want to know though. Is
It was
this one
raw,
of those
like
fucking
straight
things?
raw, right?
You know how every now and then there's something that they post online and it's not even really a thing. They just
No, no.
kind of make it
Yeah,
up.
maybe
and
that
make
was
it
a
fucking
tuna
take-
steak.
Now,
Yeah,
wait, listen. A year ago, when I saw it the first time, I thought it was a joke, and then today, when I saw it, I went, "Oh shit, the joke has evolved. It's become
but-
reality because this is actually a thing
Yeah, but-
somewhere."
Yeah, but
People
did they
make
follow
shit
him
up
around
all
for
the
2
time.
days
I don't
and
believe,
monitor
like,
his
That's
bathroom
not the
behavior?
good part for them. You know what I'm saying?
No,
the
it's
shocking
all the
part is
weird
slurping
part.
up the
Well,
raw
yeah,
meat.
but
the
then-
shitting is just,
But all you're
incidental.
saying is that it's physically possible to pick up a piece of raw meat and swallow it. Yeah,
Anything's
anybody
possible, Ryan.
can
This
do
is
that.
America.
But you're gonna shit your
Well,
brains out and
it's
possibly
not
go to the
fucking
fucking
America.
hospital.
You
You
can
know,
fucking
like,
do
Or not.
do
Yeah,
and
but
you might
that's
get
like-
worms.
The shit's in fucking Asia though.
Yeah, well, it seems to be. I mean,
Well,
just
see,
because the guy
because in
uses
America we
chopsticks-
have these things called like health regulations and shit, and no one would let you fucking eat a raw
And just so
chicken.
you know, buddy,
He's right though.
No one in
the health
America like
regulations
yo.
aren't
I
all
know he
great.
is.
Maybe we.
Yeah, but still, in America, someone would be like, "Yo, you're a fucking idiot! I'm shutting your restaurant down. You can't serve raw chicken. You're an idiot."
And the guy would be like, and then the customer would be like, "Excuse me, but I ordered raw chicken."
Who gives a fuck? Get out of the restaurant. You're an idiot.
Go home.
Like-
How do you even know it's chicken?
Maybe we've been
Could be
spoiled.
anything.
Maybe we've been spoiled. You know,
Could be
I
fucking
found the common
platypus. It'd be
ground.
fine.
What's the common ground? Matt Lahosi,
Oh,
non-fundamentalist juggalo.
non-fundamentalist chocolate.
Non-fundamental.
No, I found the common ground.
And we're
You
all right.
work in a shitload of kitchens. Wade's right. Not a single restaurant will ever serve you raw chicken.
Fuck no.
Exactly.
Okay.
Worked in
But
food service.
maybe he's right. Maybe you could cook it to an external temperature with an internal temperature. Maybe it's safe to
Scientifically
eat.
possible, but
I
I would
ain't
never
eating
do
at
it.
your
Just
house.
to tell you,
I
that's
would
not
never
what this
do it.
person did.
I would never do it. I want to go on
Oh, I
record.
love this right now.
I'm just saying
Like,
it's possible. I would never
Is there
fucking do
chicken
it.
that
sushi
guy-
in Asia?
Well
But
done.
chicken-
He's
Is there sushi in Asia? Yeah, there is.
Wait a minute.
Health regulations.
If
I
he
am
killed the
pausing.
chicken and ate it immediately after he killed it, it'd been
This
fine.
guy didn't kill the chicken.
Yo, wait, did you just bring up fucking chickens again?
There's like
Again, right? I'm not alone.
Okay,
There's, like,
I feel like
feathers in
we've
the
restarted talking
background.
about
He's
fucking
fucking
chickens
weird.
limit. No more.
I'm on
This is America.
No
Wait,
more.
Wilson.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'll tell you what it has to do with it. Since doing this show and Ice in the Face, the one thing I've learned is that Americans fuck animals 600% more than any other country.
I don't
I know
believe
that.
that.
I didn't want to.
I don't
but
Fact,
believe that
now.
fact, my friend.
No.
Who
How
the fuck
terrible
took
is
this
this?
survey?
People
Florida.
that
Who
fuck
the fuck?
animals.
Florida.
Animal fuckers. I don't know.
Florida.
Florida's fucking animals.
No one took that survey. No one went around and asked people, how much are you fucking animals?
No, they just
No
take
one
newspaper
did that.
articles and big data.
Isn't bestiality actually like illegal too?
What?
Isn't bestiality illegal?
In
Not in
some
every
states.
state. Not in every
In
state.
some states.
So, okay, because I feel like the people that took the quiz
Yeah, but I mean, you know,
would be like, all right, I'm incriminating myself, I'm going to get arrested.
Yeah,
So I know
exactly.
It was like in some states.
It's like if you take a survey, do you do cocaine? No.
And I don't fuck animals either.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering, yo, what's up? I go into the chat.
Do we
What's
have a
the
question?
point of going out to eat if you're buying the chicken raw? Fucking hipsters. Back
it
to
had a
chicken
name.
fucking. By the way, Devin Ramrod is in the chat, and he said back to chicken.
Go Ramrod.
fucking. Now I wonder if Ramrod says back to chicken fucking because we're talking about it, or because he's like, well, I stopped here and enough's enough. Back to fucking
Does he want us to continue on this topic? Or?
I don't know. And if he wants us to, it might be a good reason to stop.
Yeah.
Might be a good reason to stop.
Oh, do we stop?
I think Devin's a girl.
What?
Animal besides Guar.
Alright, cool.
Anyone know anyone that's fucked an animal? Should be who's fucked an animal besides Guar.
G.
Guar?
Allen.
I mean,
Probably.
By the way, Gigi
Wait,
Allen's
wait.
a piece of shit.
Oh,
you got to admit though.
And let me tell you something.
well,
The
I mean,
guy who
So,
okay.
so you only want really great
commitment.
people who
The
have fucked animals?
There's a top 10
The guy who figured out. The guy who figured out.
Line of the fucking night.
The guy who figured out.
That's a win. That's a win.
The guy who figured out that sheepskin could be used as a condom.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not mad at that guy for fucking.
He was
sheep.
like, yeah, I've been wearing a sheep on my dick for
Yo,
so long.
I want to know.
Never
Yo,
got pregnant.
hey, you know who's the weirder guy than that guy?
The guy who knows that?
The guy who figured out that you can drink cow's milk.
Yeah.
Because
Right,
that
right,
motherfucker.
He was sitting there sucking off a cow. Yo, this shit is good.
Not bad. Not bad. He's like, I saw this nipple, and look how long it is. It just, it's like a meat straw.
And I thought, what the hey? Why just fuck it?
Yeah.
Yo, she's on point. Because that's probably.
Like you
He
said,
probably
you're
got
probably
milk
right.
from a guy that was fucking an animal.
Listen, Hitler did a lot
I
of
mean,
shit.
wait.
But he advanced
We
the
should.
medical
Yo,
community.
we should. We should rephrase that though, because technically we all fuck animals because we're all animals and.
All right, you get
come on,
you're getting a little.
You're getting on their side.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you want to fuck somebody that's not an animal?
Sorry, hold on.
The moral of the story is, give the disgusting sex criminals a chance. They might save your life.
Give to this.
Hey, Rob Patrick's in the chat. Now,
I don't care.
Chat.
Do you know Rob Patrick?
Pat's in the chat. Yeah, man.
I
The
don't.
chat's full right now.
Are we supposed to know him? I don't
Is
know.
it full?
Hi, Rob Patrick.
Why do you mean the chat's full?
It's full
I don't know.
of
It's
people.
full of people. Is what I meant.
Amy,
Not
like
to his limit.
I thought we were so successful that it was like full
I know,
and
right?
no
We
one else
might
could
be
get
that
in.
successful.
Yeah,
I haven't
I
up
mean,
there for a
second.
second.
No,
I was like, wait, the whole country
I
is
think
in the
anyone
chat?
who has internet connection, if it's budding, it's because they didn't pay their bill on time. Pretty sure. That's
What do you
the
mean by
honest-
budding?
Like if it's you know crashing or
Don't.
I don't.
Stop.
Pull the cord.
Sorry, man.
Exactly.
I think that's what he's doing.
yeah.
Just.
I wanted to say one thing just to get it out
Yeah,
of my
yeah,
brain.
yeah, okay.
I know it
Are we
seems
going
like,
back or?
like we've moved on from fucking animals.
No, we're always
But,
it's always
there's-
Not in this.
Not at this bar, my
there
friend.
there was something that I wanted to say, and I feel like if I don't actually get it out, like
You're gonna
I'm
explode.
gonna think about it the whole show, and I'm gonna say it at 12 o'clock and be like, "Wow, Dan's really out of context right now."
Sure. Right. Understood.
No, but back in like the AOL times, like 1996, 97.
Well, anyway,
like,
okay.
Dial-up internet.
That's of the break. We're going to the.
Back when
I'm very
animal
sorry.
fucking was at a
Dan,
payday.
Dan.
But I
there was a
did
bunch of
see
still
a video.
pictures and
I don't know
stuff.
how.
Hold on, let him
I
talk.
think it was emailed to me by someone that I couldn't even know. I just know that I saw it, but it was a Doberman Pinscher fucking a woman. And I just remember being so scarred by it. I was like, how is this even
Wait.
happening
The
right
Days
now?
of AO, was
And
that
she
like
was loving
four?
it.
Was that like 4 frames long on repeat?
And
It
that's
was
so
basically that's what it was.
Time for
That's
pornography.
There was no
another
Photoshop then. Like I definitely saw a video.
Nothing, and it was just a disaster.
Is it consensual if the animal is plowing the woman?
No.
Yeah, I
Is
think
it-
Yo, your dog will
Did-
fuck your leg, bro.
it was dog.
Like so.
I would never dare speak for anyone.
Did the dog had oven mitts on the front paws?
What?
Because
Why?
That's what you do. Okay, if you're a woman,
what you
want
do?
a dog to fuck you. Yeah. So when the dog
Okay. He knows way too much about this.
I know what a merkin is. Do you know what that is?
I do not, and I
Okay.
probably don't want
Cheers.
to.
You'll
so,
know by the end of the night.
did we go?
Yes, you will.
Did we have another subject, or?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. What
I don't-
did I start this with? I went somewhere and went back to animal fucking.
We
What was the whole
seriously
thing?
have to rethink our lives.
Yeah, right. At this point,
Oven Mitch says world's greatest
Dude,
mom.
you know, this isn't the first time that we had a show that devolved into dog
Nonsense.
fucking. And the guest on that show was actually, we found out later, was so offended that he never came back because of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel
No, I
real
wouldn't
bad
come back
about
to-
it.
I wouldn't not come back because I'd just be like, next time we're not even gonna bring that up.
Yeah,
That would just be my caveat.
Great
at the
topic of
You'll
conversation.
go,
Well, now a
What
trade
did I talk- what was I
trade
talking about
secret.
before it devolved?
Trade secret in our earlier episode.
Wait, I can go back
It's a
in the
real
transcript.
crowd please.
Yeah, look back at the transcript.
There's some
What
cheese-
is like the
I want the
quarter-
stenographer to.
Yeah.
with
He's
It was
like
a primordial mismatch.
Right.
Everything is fair. The joke
Cheese
has
mouth.
evolved, and I found the common ground. I would never fucking do it.
What?
What?
See,
I'm
that
stenographer.
might have been-
I've never-
Matt has
Could you
the
imagine
Matt has
him
the
being
whole
a stenographer in
thing.
an actual court case?
I'd win
Yeah,
every
that
time.
was shitty as
Reading back
He's got like
to the
3
judge,
facts.
I don't know when that happened.
He's got like 3 half-ass facts. I'm going straight to jail. I'm black anyway, so I'm going to jail anyway. But the point is,
I'm sorry.
We're all going to jail. You're just going first.
yeah, they're getting me first. They wouldn't even give me a
By the
chance.
way-
I'm like, no, I'll tell them the white people. They'll be like, I'll be like, I'll
I
tell them
don't
the white
feel like
people.
we
They're
should
like, no,
cheers about
we're
that.
giving them the deals. You're going first.
We know already.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's an appropriate thing to clink about.
I'm even clinging to that because we know it's true.
Clink,
It's
God,
funny
fucking
because
right.
it's true.
Clinking to the
funny
joke.
'cause
Not
He'll be
clinking
in
to-
there awaiting
Hold on.
trial, and we'll show up 3 weeks later after our lawyers fuck us.
Clinking to the joke, not to the reality. And I had a conversation recently with somebody about comedy
No, you
who
didn't.
likes offensive comedy like me. Like, we're all raised.
Really?
How old are you?
Old enough.
Okay, me too. Me too. How old are you? Old enough?
Asking risky
Yeah,
questions,
well,
man.
okay.
Greatest comedy of all
I'm
time.
15.
What's the
I don't know
greatest
what you
comedy
guys
of all
are
time,
talking about.
folks?
Patrice O'Neal.
No, not comedian. Greatest comedy movie.
Oh.
Subjective.
Yeah, that's
Really
way.
subjective.
That's like a loaded.
Depends on how old you are.
Would everyone agree that Blazing Saddles
Nope.
is in the top
No.
5?
No,
Not
not
really.
Blazing
Oh,
Saddles is
absolutely in the top
It's
5.
great. It's
But
great.
no, I wouldn't. It's not.
Do you
it's
guys really not
undisputed.
like Blazing Saddles?
Oh, I love Blazing Saddles. I'm just saying. I
No,
don't
wait.
think-
I
don't
want to
think
know
it's
the
undisputed.
comedian who actually knows something about fucking comedy. I want to hear something.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen it.
You've never seen Blazing
shit.
Saddles?
You just
No,
made
you
enemy
think that's
for life
bullshit.
over here.
I've
Oh
seen
my
enough of it. I
goodness.
just don't fucking like Mel Brooks, dude. I don't.
Yeah,
fuck-
I'm there.
I
Yo,
just don't find
listen.
it funny.
Can
in
I
general.
say something though? I ran a whole part of my career off like a playoff of that. Cause the whole thing where he pulls him out and he's like,
Hold it.
"Hey boys, look what I got," and he's like, "Hey, where the white
Well,
women
white
at?"
women
Look at what
at,
I got
yeah.
here.
Yeah, so I used to do a joke on stage, and it was a whole thing where I used to be like, I don't have any jokes about cocaine and white women except that one.
You must have killed.
So
the
I
South
might
Texas.
snort your girlfriend. So right, but what happened is people didn't realize it was a joke, and they thought I was being serious.
Oh yeah.
So
He's
there was
selling
at a certain
cocaine to
point.
our women.
Yeah, at a certain So
That's funny.
when someone said something
It's not
to me
funny
one day,
when you hit me.
That's funny.
no,
What did jokester, this guy.
It's funny to a white guy in New Jersey. It's fucking
But I
terrifying
didn't
to a black
yeah.
man in South Texas.
Yeah, one time. Yeah, okay, that was the other thing. It got laughs, especially like New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York. I did the joke in Virginia at a show, and it was dead silence, and I was like, "What? What's going on here?"
What'd you
But
say,
I also didn't realize that even up here, people were laughing because they thought I was serious. And then one day it was like, this girl I know was all like, Wade, when you just make jokes about doing jokes about doing drugs and having sex with white women, it throws people off. And I was like, wait, you think that's... I mean, I do drugs and have sex with white women, but that's not the point of the joke.
That's our imitating reality. Fuck you.
It's not the point of the joke. It's a play on...
Wade Wilson fucking rules.
Yeah, man.
but it's like I didn't realize that people were like taking it to heart as like a serious like thing, and I was like, but it kind of made me more disturbed in sense because I was just kind of like, well, you are like the reason this joke exists.
My
How would you
question,
classify?
wait. My
Yeah,
question is, when you found out people were taking it seriously, did it make you want to do the joke even more? Did you want to get under their skin and fucking agitate?
Kinda, but it's still at the same time.
When I find out somebody's getting offended by something, it makes me want to fucking dig the scab, even, you know?
But
like,
But I also don't want people to take me the wrong way, and I don't want to be a one-dimensional artist either. I don't want you to think that's it. Wade Wilson is just
that's the cocaine and white chicks guy.
Yeah, that's it. I actually spend time writing my lyrics, so it's like I don't want you to just think that.
Although if you were a comedian, you would go right into that.
Oh yeah, if you were a comedian.
What do you think? Would you just dig into that?
Drugs
I
and
mean,
white
it all
women.
depends on the crowd. If the crowd kind of sucks, sometimes I'll do
Thank you, sir.
almost passive aggressive material and just kind of dig a hole deep and deeper.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'll just go like even deeper into like fucking offensive and weird shit. But if the crowd's good, like you kind of want them to understand you. You don't want them to necessarily misunderstand.
Yeah, you were telling a story, right?
Yeah, the weird thing with offensive comedy is people that like half listen, like also sometimes just get like fully offended by it as well.
Dude, half listen,
True.
fully
Yeah,
offended.
Totally fucking A.
Totally understand that, dude.
No
And I'll tell you what, man.
That's a good T-shirt.
Yeah, man.
Right?
And I feel like people are purposely half listening now.
Yeah.
Because people get professionally enraged.
Oh, it's taglines. It's
Dude,
taglines.
I've had 2 recent experiences online where I just emailed a couple of friends. The topic is irrelevant. And actually, no, the topic's not very
It's very
irrelevant.
inflammatory.
Basically, it was I have a really close friend that's in the LGBT movement, and she actually is part of the political caucus and stuff like that. She gets paid.
Oh shit.
And so I caught wind that this whole pedophilia thing going on, that the pedophiles are trying to seek wing under the lesbian, gay, transsexual.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get
yeah.
included in that. And all I did was send an email. I was like, hey, I'm asking you because I want to know if this is real. Like, you're obviously in it. Like, this is your life.
They've always tried to do
And I didn't want to ask someone that was gay or trans because I have tons of friends that are
so
that.
you would know.
But a lot of them don't care. A lot of
Are
them
you talking about the TED Talk thing too? Is that mixed in there?
No, but that can be.
No,
I did
there
see
was-
that.
I have a
But she
response to that.
immediately responded, yelling at me. I was like, whoa, dude.
No.
Pump it. I'm actually just asking you a question. I can show you articles and
Wait,
pictures
hold
that
on.
I'm
Well, if you go with the history though, like LGBT has worked very hard to distance
Yes,
themselves.
but-
from
Exactly.
No,
those
but that's
people.
but
But, like,
when
And
he's-
people
well,
have
for-
always used it as it's like a
Yeah.
demonology of gay people
And
that
that's
they
right,
go
right,
after
right.
kids.
There's-
That's like
but
a,
what he's talking
so-
about.
Hold on.
immediately.
There's recently
Yeah.
been an upwelling online of people who are coming out like via Twitter and social media, and they are tagging themselves as pedophiles and they're attaching the P
Yeah,
to the
they're
LGBT,
tagging, right,
like, and they are trying to
which-
piggyback.
And my question was,
And
are-
it's
They've
like-
always tried to do
Hold
that.
on.
Yeah,
Hold
and
on.
now they're doing
One
it in
thing I want to
social
say
media.
is
Yeah.
the TED Talks thing was blown way out of proportion. And I'll tell you why.
What's the TED Talks? Thing?
Oh,
The
that
TED Talks thing.
English
chick
There
or
were
whatever,
two
the
women who
chick.
went out and went on TED Talks, and
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they
yeah.
said is they said people need to start accepting the fact that pedophilia is a sexuality.
Oh, that.
Now hold on. It's been misconstrued because people keep saying TED Talk says we need to accept pedophilia. That's not what they said. They said they need to accept that it's a
It's a
sexuality
sexual identity
because
for
you
some-
Meaning
can't.
you can't be fucking cured of it. You're
Right,
not
exactly,
going to therapy
exactly.
and then you're
Yeah.
okay again. That's
You
the
cannot
point.
understand it until you accept
Yeah.
what it actually is.
Well, yeah.
Right? And I'm not
Well-
saying anybody needs to understand it to the point of accepting what they do either.
no.
But I
Chicks
feel
with
like
dicks, you know, same shit.
What?
That's not the
Chicks
same
with dicks,
thing.
same shit.
that's
Oh,
that's
man.
that's very outdated. That's very outdated.
And there goes the YouTube feed.
I didn't mean for this conversation to go this way. We
No, no,
already
it's okay,
did
it's
each
okay, I'm
other.
sorry.
What I was just commenting on was how like everyone is so. I wrote it down. Half listened and fully offended. So like,
Yeah, right.
she half listened to my question and just immediately got offended that I would even have the thought to ask a question.
To get.
You know,
to
and
get-
my question
yeah.
was literally like, is the community embracing them? I know that they're trying to be embraced.
No.
But are there people within the community
Well,
that are...
see, that's why I gave the response I did is because I think the reason why she flew off about that is because of the work that
They've done all this
LGBT
time.
have
Sure.
to
Right.
try to dis.
Yeah, they-
Because
Right.
you know, it's one of those things like, you know, people that are Romo don't want you to think they all look over crystal balls and they'll steal your kids.
Right.
You know, it's like
But
they,
it was-
they work so
It was
hard to get
fascinating
against
because I
that.
feel like she
you know?
didn't even know this was a thing.
Sure.
So like that, and so like maybe I raised awareness in her, be like, well, I got since I'm in.
Can I say one other thing?
Yeah.
From
You
her
said she's
perspective,
paid politically.
Yeah, she works for the
She
Monmouth
knows
County
that
LBGT.
okay.
She knows about.
from
She
her
has to know
but
about
from
that.
her perspective, I just wonder if she gets so many bizarre, inflammatory questions that her initial reaction is to
It's
just explode.
Yeah, it could be.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
That's,
I'm looking over
that's
there, like,
what.
If I could,
Oh,
if I could
shit.
share, like,
Yeah, please.
like it's like that's
I
why you
agree.
have to have respect
But
for
it's funny.
like that's the weird thing about this all is because of how like that movement is bringing people and giving them a confidence like I know a girl through a friend of mine who he was dating her. She moved into an apartment she moved into an apartment complex with my friend. You know what I mean? And they like, you know, it wasn't they were dating. It was they were fucking. They were fucking, they were doing their thing. They got it turns out like I met them, I hung out for a barbecue, we're chilling. I met her, we hung out for a barbecue, I helped them move all the shit in, we're chilling, and everything like that. And I'm like, so what you guys like doing it? And no, we're just fucking this and that. It was basically my dude's crash pad. She had a house somewhere in fucking like Middletown,
Right.
like $1 million. She was the assistant to a fucking governor. Like, you know, she was the one of the assistants to like not the governor, a very high functioning political figure. She was gay.
Yeah.
She put on the front of
Wow.
like conservative
Still
Republican, still to this day.
Wow.
She bought an
That's a
apartment.
shame.
She bought an
Makes me sad.
apartment
But
in
this
like
is-
low collar.
Yo, this is the
somewhere in New
this is
Jersey,
the
and, like,
reality
and
of the
just,
world we live
like
in.
she
Hold
wasn't
on.
even
No,
she
no,
wasn't
I-
even
no, dude,
fucking.
I hear you. I hear
She
you.
wasn't even
100%
fucking my
right.
boy. He was
I
a
hear this shit, I'm
caretaker.
like, what?
Hold on,
Why?
hold on. But he wasn't even
Why
fucking
do
her.
we
Like
live
I moved him in. I'm thinking like, oh, it's a little love nest. Oh, you got your little touch and go,
And it
whatever.
looks that way.
Dude, she wasn't even. She was gay. He was just a caretaker of her love nest. When she called,
let me tell you something.
when she
Never
called-
underestimate the hustle.
yeah, oh no.
Never underestimate
oh, I
the
know,
hustle.
I'm not judging
'Cause
her.
it is
Hell no.
people out
But
here.
I mean,
not-
but the fact
No,
that she has
what
to
I'm
do
just
that
saying-
to keep her job in
it's
politics,
not even just.
you know?
It's not even just that. Yo, people. I know people right now who will sell anything to anybody, and that's not even who they are, just to make the dollars.
But my problem,
because
my thing when it wasn't that she had the other life, wasn't that she was scooping it under the rug. It was that like she had a man there keeping house, so in case anybody found out,
Looked a
there was
certain
a
way.
dude there, not a chick.
Can I just say
Yeah,
something?
no,
That's
hold on,
fucking
hold on.
crazy. The
That's
level,
not- that's
the
not
level
crazy.
of planning.
That's not
I mean,
crazy.
it's
That's
no.
the
I'm sorry.
hustle,
Crazy
dog.
is wrong. No, it's the hustle. Yes, but I mean the fact that she has to do it.
You know what it is?
You know, that-
you
it fucking
trying
breaks
to
my heart. It's horrible.
because you probably you seem to come off to me like I was a person
I
that
want
try to keep
people
it
to be
real.
happy, you know.
Well, but
Like,
not just that.
sucks.
But you seem like a person that try to keep it real. It's people every day.
Yeah, right.
I know
Hiding that
people
shit,
every
yeah.
day,
Hiding whatever,
not just hiding that. I know people that hide their entire how they feel, who they are in their heart
Yeah, right.
all the time.
Pedophiles,
Because whether it's to
speech
get a
And that's what you call the come around.
That's a full circle right
Yeah,
there.
that's a full circle.
Listen,
Come around.
folks, look.
Beautiful.
We're coming up to
Wait,
the
let him
second.
finish what he said.
Oh yeah, finish what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but my point was to say, I know people every day, like, sometimes it might be just, it's not even for the big shit. Sometimes it's just for a paycheck.
Yeah.
I know some people that were like, yo, my own mom's one time was like telling me how when she worked at this one place, she never told people, like, the place that she worked at, most of the people were Republicans, whatever.
Wow.
My mom's a Democrat,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
And I mean, it's not even a big deal, but
It is now.
she worked with other people, like, there was different races, but the majority of the place was Republican. Is like, yeah, it's like, I don't even tell people what I'm about, or like this thing, or like, there was, like, it could even be little shit that my mom was
everyday life,
talking
yeah.
about, that my mom was like, she's like, well, I don't really tell these people how I feel about anything that they're bringing up. Like, they say all kinds of fucked up shit about, oh, if black people just listen to the cops, they wouldn't get beat.
Right.
And she was like, I literally don't say anything
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
because
that's-
I want to keep my paycheck.
Your
And I'm
mom
just
says
like,
that.
yo, yeah, my mom said that to me. But I was just like,
I'm
damn.
white and I start screaming when people
But
say that.
no, but
Like, that's-
I'm just saying the reality is simple. But the thing was, the job that my mom had at that time, she needed the paper
Yeah.
more than she was.
Sure.
And like, I couldn't do that. Like,
right.
yo, to a certain degree, I respect. Plus, my mom's from a different era. My mom didn't even go to integrated school until she was like in high school
shit.
somewhere.
Sure.
So like, she's got a different mentality about it, because
Absolutely
to her it's like a little bit of a survival
it's also,
mentality.
right.
So,
It's like
but
when I was
to
a kid,
me,
that was a
the way,
Thursday.
Yeah,
to,
right.
to
Exactly.
me,
Yeah,
to
fuck.
me, the way I came up, I was like, I could, or whatever. I was like, I don't know if I could ever do that. But my mom's got a different mindset. But on some
Yeah.
real shit,
She
it's like
overcomes.
just
She
to see
takes it,
that,
yeah.
just to think that that's not even as deep as you talking.
Yeah.
That's just being like, I don't even want to have this conversation with my coworker because it makes me look like I'm
'cause-
outside
and
the
it's
circle.
because,
to
well,
the
no, but
point
she's
that-
smart though, because she knows that that's like a setup. If you take that bait, like it's like that's the office mentality too. You got to there's a ladder to climb up.
Yeah, you
Go
gotta.
ahead.
If you ever
Listen,
want to
go
get
ahead,
anywhere,
listen.
you can't
Yeah.
start ruffling feathers too.
Go
So
ahead,
like
listen, you gotta
that,
do it.
that's
Damn
dude,
right.
that's something I don't
Fucking
think I
nightmare,
could. You
dude.
know, like
Yeah.
I would suck.
So
at
like
it.
I feel
This
like we're
fucking
just
country
I
is
don't know.
amazing,
It's just
Yeah.
I'm just saying the whole I guess kind of cabal mix it in the cauldron point that I was yeah was just that like I feel like it's very hard to judge that. Like it's very hard to judge. Like you're like, oh, that's crazy, but like, is it though? Because like a lot of people
I
deal
hear
with
you,
that
dude. I hear you.
shit
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
so
right,
many
right.
different levels.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's hard to make that
No,
judgment
it's just
call.
like- It's
I
heartbreaking.
need to
It
stop
sucks.
everybody because we're getting close to the first break.
Oh, it's time.
And I was
yeah.
wondering if Mark Henley would do a couple of minutes for us.
Oh, now?
What do you think?
Yeah, fucking sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll do whatever.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Can we get this microphone a little?
Wait for my leg.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Can we feed it through here, Dan? Right now. Thank you.
And if
This is microphone number 4. If you can engage that.
This one is number 4.
Yeah, Matt.
4.
It's like it's
Hold on. Let me out.
It's like it's part of the fucking job.
It's part like a Star Trek episode.
If I touch the mic, does it make sounds, or is it?
I did. I said this one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Do I need to get out of the way? I feel like
No,
everyone's
you're
getting
okay.
out of the way.
We're trying to give him a backdrop.
I got you. That's perfect.
You guys can be his backup dancers.
This is my beer. This is my beer. Stone, did you steal my beer?
Well, I mean, you can't do it. So I'm just
Ryan, did you take my beer?
No.
'Cause I was almost done.
I think that's yours.
Amazing. This is just fantastic.
Hold on. Let me get around to my seat. Let me get around to you. Oh, excuse me, sir.
I think that's your beer.
I can't
Sorry,
tell,
sir.
honestly. I thought I was.
This is mine.
Matt, do I have to hold it, or have to talk closer into it, or
You
is
can
it...
hold it if you want.
actually sounds way better if
you bring it up.
Do like that?
Here, hold
Can I
on.
hold
Yeah,
it?
let's take it out. Yeah. Cool.
How's that?
That's good.
It's alright.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Awesome
Facebook,
talk.
YouTube.
Facebook, YouTube, Awesome Talk Season 10, Episode 1. We have Mr. Mark Henley in the house.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get into it. I think my stepdad's gay.
all right.
I think he's gay because he married my dad, and that's a classic gay guy move. To marry my dad in front of my grandpa. Fuck. You guys ever get like a line from a song stuck in your head longer than it should? I feel like I've been thinking about the song, you know Christina Aguilera? You know the, what's that song? The Genie bottle? I got a genie in a bottle, you gotta rub you the right way, honey. It sounds better when she says it, but... sound more like a plumber when I say it, but there's a line from that song that I always think about where she says the guy at the bar she likes is licking her lips and blowing kisses my way. Which, like, that's gross, right? Like, that's... The guy at the bar is literally like... Isn't it weird that she likes the creepy guy at the bar?
Nice. Yeah, totally.
International recording artist and renowned beauty Christina Aguilera at the bar likes the... I don't know. But... This is the next part. So, part of me thinks that he's doing both at the same time. That's a little weird, but like he's just basically going... And she's like, he's licking his lips and blowing kisses at the same time. There's a line from Game of Thrones I think about a lot. There's a part in Game of Thrones where, spoiler alert, Jon Snow has sex for the first time, and his friend asks him about it. He's like, what was it like? And he goes, it was like I forgot where I ended and where she began. That's not what sex feels like, right? I'm not doing it wrong, am I? I never had sex so good that I've forgotten which one I am, you know? Never been like, oh, Mark, you're fucking me so good. Oh, wait, I'm on top. I should start moving again. I think there's something wrong with my brain in that, like, some people, they listen to a song they don't like and they don't listen to it again, but I feel like I listen to it over and over again. I've been listening to this song called Look at My Truck every day for the past month. It's it's a country song. Country music is weird because it's either like the best, it's either like Johnny Cash, like great songs, or it's literally a song about how much you love your truck. There's a line from Look at My Truck that I think about a lot where the guy says, there's a Bible on the dash. It's a little too good. I collect and dust. You know, he's basically saying he doesn't get a chance to read his dashboard Bible enough as he drives around and looks at the road and makes turn signals.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. That's
Is there a pot in the brew?
Yeah, I don't know now.
There's another country song. This is too much about this. That's about country music. There's another country song I like. I don't like it, but I think about it a lot. It's called "God Made Girls" by Raylan, and the whole song is about how you've heard the song. Yeah, the whole song's about how God made girls because someone's got to wear a pretty skirt.
Yeah.
Which is weird that God feels that way.
Really restricted.
Yeah. That God made Adam and he's like, fuck, the hips are too small. The skirt's not gonna work. Fuck it, I'm pulling a rib out. I'm gonna start over.
Yeah.
Woo! Now it's like hundreds of thousands of years later and fucking RuPaul's Drag Race is out and he's like, fuck, I never need to make women at all. Men would have figured it out and they would have had so many more ribs.
Oh shit.
So many more ribs.
Alright, I'm gonna do one more, I guess.
Please.
I moved to the city recently. The city is terrible. One awful thing with the city is I finally feel like a city person though, because recently I saw my first homeless guy dick, which is just city life, you know. And I was telling a friend about it, and she goes, "It was huge, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." I said yes, and she said, "Yeah, they always are." Isn't that weird?
You're such an asshole.
Love it.
Isn't it weird that they have data on homeless guy dicks and they're just off the charts?
Like it's an app on the phone.
Yeah. They say guys with nice cars have small dicks. I like that the inverse is also true. You can have a dick so big you're like, fuck it, I'm not going to work anymore. Alright, I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Awesome.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, sir. That was amazing.
Your delivery is like good. Everything
Matt
is great.
Cahosi, we're going to cut to the first break. We'll be back in about 25 minutes. Check this out. Check out this fucking content. Everybody in the chat, stay where you are. Talk amongst yourselves, and we'll be right the fuck back and hit some whatever the fuck the emojis or whatever the hell.
Yeah, hit those fucking faces.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, wow.
Mine too.
Raven Strike. Hey, that's it.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Bandcamp.com, baby. Go get them. Hell yeah, dude. Back pages.
Oh, and that's my homie Darnell Il Omega doing all the production on my new projects.
There you go.
Go for the Gustos coming out this summer.
All right, dude.
Sacrifice myself every goddamn day at the altar of the almighty dollar, and you know what happened. Look at me. I came up short. I'm still not ready to jump on that superhighway where every exit ramp up ends up in court. No, I need to see a little communal support. So once we get past with the powers that be are trying to force us to eat, that's when we'll get the taste what it's like to be free and truly call ourselves a COMM unity. Remember when I'm looking at you, I'm looking at me. I believe early education is the key. We need to start with kids. Can't teach no dog new tricks, especially one that's been living life on the skids. We need to plant the seeds to change a nation. I'm talking about teaching our kids that being held back does not equate to having to take their first job at the local gas station. That every marathon begins with a step. Leave the old man's life begin with just one breath. There's something you truly learn from money that's duly earned, instead of counting Benjamins for some punk you just burned. Brother John. But what about the examples we're setting for our kids right now? The programs aren't working. There's no food in their mouths. You have moms and dads finding enough money to medicate themselves on 2 cartons of government subsidized tar a week and pass out drunk every fucking night on the couch. And I'm not pointing fingers and placing blame. Lord knows I know. It's easy to slip up no matter how well-intentioned you are in this game. But how can we teach a penny saved with a penny earned and take a look around us how much this neighborhood's boarded up and burned? How can we give a damn about the current brands? We need a shitload of dead ones just to pay the rent. And we all know our quick and easy scams are bound that will make our bankrolls lace around. But what about our dreams? Fuck our dreams. They're scattered. Scattered like ashes in the wind. And every day our hopes are getting stretched drier, tighter, and thinner than crack whore thin. There must be a way for us to begin to break this cycle that we're stuck in. Again, I believe early education is the key. These children are leaders of tomorrow. They need to see. These chains that bind, they will be broken. And it just takes the right words being spoken. I'm not talking shit like Alakazam, Rope, and Sesame. More like I am someone, motherfucker. You will not take that from me. Yeah. We need to teach the difference between the wrong and the right, between the hyped action of a hit spin. Could really be made up of fully true life. You know, wild fantasy turns to hard living after not too long. That's right. I know for damn sure I don't want my kid growing up to be the chorus of the next drive-by gangster song. I'm not saying there's not a ceiling up there. There's a ceiling right here. Without these dreams, though, I'm frozen in fear. The day they crowd dreaming dead, that's the day I take my gun, I hunt down that one bullet, where the fuck I put it, and pop it in a chamber, pull the trigger that's far from my head. Oh, damn. And after all this ranting and raving for me, it comes down to one simple idea. Baldwin had it right. When awake, shine your light as bright as you can as a reflection of your dreams, so that those close enough to see can come to feel that whatever they dream can cross this bridge and become real.
Woo! Yeah!
This next one, I went slow into a full room here, and afterwards some fucking chick comes up to me and says,
Tony.
This chick comes up to me, enunciate? Yeah, like 18 fucking hundred kilos, ain't it? Yeah! Woo! I'm lucky not peeing myself like stones on fucking, whatever that shit is. Yeah, exactly. I was a fire, but I put it out. So this one I did once about, I did this poem, and girl comes up to me afterwards and says, "Oh, it's pretty funny, but you're objectifying women." I said, "Honey, don't worry. It wasn't about your ass. Don't worry." Jiggalicious, spangalicious, peanut butter whipped cream malicious. Girl, I know you know I'm not trying to be malicious, but anyway, I put it, that booty's damn vicious. Now offer me up a slice of that cake and I will dive into it faster than an inner city youth cannonballing into a summer camp lake. I'll be getting behind it and all, yeah, grinding on that riding with a hip packing and a lot of ass smacking. Damn, pity, I'm looking, whip it out right now and wildly start jacking it. Then that booty puts the fun and funky, makes you want to swing from it like I was a little fuzzy monkey, 2 seconds. without it. I'm jonesing like a junkie. You came through the door and saying, bam! I became harder and thicker than the above-average Mexican donkey. When God created that booty, he handcrafted the mold. He gave the angels a call. Say, come over, y'all. I got a set for eternal creation to behold. It's creamy as chocolate and twice as sweet as crafty enough to slip a bone back in the grandpa's weed. To give a blind man sight, to give a dead man life, to have a gay man nagging you, please make me your wife. Now I can tell from the second that booty walked past me, it was well versed in speaking the language of nasty. Yes. That booty's so rocking, it's got my jock knocking on my drawers door, screaming, let me out, man. I can't take it no more. Can you imagine? It's only clover around on all forestry, hovering around like a mess of covered in nail on the hardwood floor. There's hitting it, refitting it, then hitting it some more. Now, these are just simple things that go through my mind when that booty I see. And that's why, like a bird, I can't help but sing. You are so beautiful. Alright, I got one more. I'm related to half of them. The other half I call me, this guy here I will bang. Where's Will? Because Will's got some good tattoos. This is my sex poem. So goes out to Dan and Will. I will kiss you in places that you didn't know. I gotta switch to my right hand for this because you guys understand. I switch it up, man.
Oh, you better.
Oh, I'm glad, baby. I will have mercy. Pass me the flapjacks. Yeah, I almost blind her. Anyway. I will kiss you in places you didn't know you had. Yes, I've got the goods to turn Mother Superior down. And I'm not just talking about my oral skill, but every imaginable triple extra hit erotic hardcore thrill. Now I know what you're thinking. What's up, this motherfucker? Short, old, fat? Well, over you, baby, transcends all of that. There's more to me than meets the eye. 3 seconds inside, you will find that all disbelief will be drowned out. Dan, you gotta shut the fuck up. Okay, Dan, you gotta shut the fuck up. Dan, you gotta shut the fuck up. Dan, you gotta shut the fuck up. Dan, you gotta shut the fuck up, you drunk fucker. I'm trying to get you in the bathroom, son.
Sorry, man. It was another one.
I know. It was John. John's a very sexy man. Yeah,
See
exactly.
that? Yes.
Yeah. 3 seconds inside, you will find that all disbelief will be drowned out by the passionate sound of your very own sobs, screams, and cries. Get closer to me, you're bound to discover it's true. You can't judge a book just by its cover. Under the covers, on top of the covers, on the kitchen, no, on the dining room table, nowhere near the motherfucking covers. It's useless to compare me with any other. Yes, it's true. I am a very passionate lover. I come back in 2 cases of Magnum XL rubbers. I will hit that spot you've only known in a dream. You'll know faster than a half-gallon of microwave peach ice cream. My fingers will lay you down like last Tuesday's today. Say, sweeter than first you paved highway. Tag you like the endangered species you are. Shoot your gears all night long like an Italian sports car. Let you mount me up like a trusty steed so I can fill your every desire and uncover a few new needs. Now that that's out in the open, let's put it aside, though, baby. My real value comes out on the moonlight ride. That's when you got to follow God inside. We'll pull the car over, not to bump the ground, but get lost in the sky. God's bounty starting you and I, constellations, realizations. I got a line of thought for every conceivable conversation, but that don't mean I don't want to pull you near and kiss that soft spot left side of your neck, halfway up to your ear. But no, I'm intent on listening to every word you got to say, and I will be content to rub your feet in silence at the end of your long, hard day. Just think about this tonight as you leave. Looks alone by their very nature, they're often designed to deceive. Yes, all that sex talk is 220% true, but it's not 1/10 of 1% of what I've got to offer a girl like you. All right, stick around. It's rolling now, folks.
That was so good, bro.
My name is T.M. Stevens, and you're watching Awesome Talk. Don't you turn that channel and keep that funk alive.
me do it one more time.
Fuck it,
I do better.
Let's do it, everybody. Ray Beats, homie.
Thanks. Every single star is as permanent as a scar. I'ma lay beside you from tonight until tomorrow. I don't need to know who you are to soak in your sorrows for the better part of a year. Pardon my opinion, miss, but when we kiss, your lips feel like a closed fist. I never wanted to be such a colorful expression in this grayscale galaxy. Hoping that the vultures eat the roaches all from out of me. Count to 3, posing like a painting in a gallery. Everything I touch walks away from me on crutches. I'm the function that I vow to be. I only fuck to burn the calories, enough to purge the allergies. I just want to move to the shore with you and split an exorbitant mortgage, but we're poor and I have kids. Did you date an overrated codependent sadist waiting for revival rap video to pay for shit? I don't hit my kids and I do not believe that God exists. Other than that, I act exactly as my father did. Christopher shot his girlfriend in the face when I was 10. Then he shot himself in the head and I saw him again, dead at the funeral. Next day I went to math class, business as usual. Murder, suicide, when I was young I learned the beauty in life is only worth what you can shoot with your eyes closed. No suicide note, Jason wants to die too. Fine tooth comb, find you hiding in a haiku. 5 + 2 × 2 = 9. Not enough people eye to eye for me to lie to. I'm the realist, I'm not here to see it for myself, I'm here to feel it. I'm the worst cause I'm cursed, I'm stomping all the flowers in the dirt. And I'm the one they shun cause my heart weighs 20,000 tons and it plays with guns. I'm the breeze and I freeze, make you feel 120 degrees. I'm the realist, I'm not here to see it for myself, I'm here to feel it. I'm the worst and I'm cursed, I'm stomping all the flowers in the dirt. And I'm the one they shun cause my heart weighs 20,000 tons and it plays with guns. I'm the breeze and I freeze, make you feel 120 degrees. Mom lives in Victory Lakes, it's where I used to skate. I stayed awake every day in the year 2008. Mom lives in Victory Lakes, where I used to skate. I stayed awake every day in the year 2008. Mom lives in Victory Lakes, it's where I used to skate. I stayed awake every day in the year 2008. Mom lives in Victory Lakes, where I used to skate. I stayed awake every day in the year 2008. Mom lives in Victory Lakes, where I used to skate. I stayed awake every day in the year 2008. Mom lives in Victory Lakes, where I used to skate. Stayed awake every day. Yo, I still left out a big chunk of that verse and fuck, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. But I still fucked it up, but that's it. 2 takes is all you get. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, you guys don't realize, yo, I left out, the beat didn't line up with where I was. I left out a big...
What's going on, everybody? This is Matt from Awesome Talk. We are here with Ray Strife from DKFG at Art All Night in Trenton.
Here we go. I will never make anything beautiful. I will never be a part of anything beautiful. I will never be beautiful.
How long have you been working with Art All Night?
Not long, like you come here. I come every year. I've done stuff randomly like 2 years ago, and then like a year ago I think I was just like doing drugs all day and I didn't come. So it's the best. This year, great performing. So I'm very thankful. Everyone at Art All Night is awesome. It's all rule. The volunteers really make it go. Challenge fondly. No matter how shall the palm be, how proud will my mom be? It's a 13th mile stretch, and it's Trenton Sponzy. Between beauty and death, the dream absolutely made flesh. She seems to bloop me at best. I fiend for the good that I left, waiting for someone to shoot me to death. Could I really be this dumb? I got her blood on me. Is it enough to make her come?
So, just wanted to get a little insight into DKFG and some Art All Night. How did DKFG come about? Were you guys all just like friends from Trenton?
Yeah.
Like, what's
a bunch of drunk morons, and then we all rapped. That's it, really. And then Ray moved here from South Jersey, and Khalil moved here from South Jersey. That's all there's no real thing at all. Wasn't even trying. I'm more starter pulled, you'd be hard pressed to find a harder dude. Plus I got a lot more heart than a lot of you. Yeah, a sincere lust. Get your girl's rear and bust. Fuck the fucking upper crust. But what he spits is butter trust. All you fucking
Motherfuckers gotta always wonder what's making a guy like him tick. What's his wanderlust?
I'm Ray Stife. We got a tour kickoff next week, right? How you doing, Ray? I'm doing good. Thank you, Khalil. Yeah. Make some noise for the Dirty Merlins. Ray Strife's going on tour 23rd. That shit's gonna be fucking dope. Khalil's gonna come with me. Just eat my pizza crust for 2 weeks. We're going to New Orleans. I'm coming to New Orleans. They don't care, Khalil. All right.
Hold up, I gotta take the bus. A rhyme maker plus someone who keeps taking drugs, saying nothing to the fuss, hanging out with my thugs. Trying to be what I was. I couldn't even be what I was. I couldn't even be what I was. I need a couple hugs before I go nuts. Happy New Year's in a facade we trust. I couldn't even be what I was.
What were the musical influences that got you guys to really come together and do this?
I guess it's super different for everybody. Like me and Khalil know a lot of punk, and Wade is now too, and like Ray Ray's not really even punk at all. Ray Ray listens to like strictly like top tier Midwest indie rap stuff. So it's real. It's cool because we're all so different, so it meshes together really well. I feel like.
Rappers like to hold the mic wrong. It's going to affect our stage performance to not be able to hold the mic correctly.
Alright guys, well, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. The show, we are fans, and we appreciate you guys coming on the show previously, performing for us. We hope to have you back on again.
Thank you, Awesome Talk Rules. You guys are awesome. Literally, that's the name, so.
Very good with words.
Ray Strife!
Ray Strife!
RaymanStrife.bandcamp.com.
I'm Matt. Thank you, and we are out.
That's how it's hard for us to come to nice place. Get up one guy, they steal everything, they order one guy in Texas. They
Each race like that, the business emails going down like come on in my business. Scooping with the quickness, make other way to put back as a high biggest business. Now she's thinking I'm going the distance, you just been thinking, homie, it's only one for instance. Like ripping my spine, changing my mind, slipping the lyrics, bitches right, ripping to my mind. Get my style down the country, running from my past. My whole thing's behind me, running as I know where back. Not giving a fuck for the downloadable app, building my comic collection. Good people talk about rap. Every time I enter the room, I feel tension. Damn, not gonna blow up your spot with names I mentioned, fam. You care what you mention, man. Your girl's going down quickly like American intentions. Shout out, Louise. How you doing, boy? Check out the guy you're hearing right now. This is my basement. I love you for everything. I fucking love you guys. How you guys feeling? Enjoyed this night. Don't make my motor go down. Thank you for being here. Gracias por la cerveza, gringo dominicano. I love you, gringo feo. I love you, everybody. The feeling of black, the feeling of black. That mic right in his last bar there.
I'm sorry I coughed the mic. I'm sorry.
I always break microphones. How you guys feeling? I got you guys all getting fights with your significant others yet? Yeah! Super hot out here? Fuck that shit! Get a divorce!
Fuck that shit!
Fuck going all night! Not me, that's like you when you... It's good to be here. Thank you for having us. Where's Ty at?
But he's got this, you know, white asshole. And it's also got tight pussy lips, and inside is also ripped, just like a real pussy.
In the past few days, when the flex with the sun rays became apparent, I don't act like a parent. I used to hate the job, now I like it more. I had to ask my girlfriend, what she's feeling on my lighter tone. Life is born in between the boards and I like this song. Single find a cause with the horse of self-righteous. 40s on dead plus 10. I bought a ticket for the hayride, I ain't gonna take the pumpkins. Everyone I know can make the same assumptions. Like a Mexican or Ecuadorian, they call me Melon on the Pesa. Bitches since America, I'm pulling up that I cannot afford to get my hair cut. Where's the love when they cut the power? Pretty sure I see you chilling on my couch at the latest hour. When I woke to take a shower naked, and some secretly I skated out the door to catch a paycheck. Life is what you make it. You also have sex. With a cigarette out of the ashtray, stay classy. Industrial microwave in the backseat. Doing 60 down the vision, cause I'm rich with wisdom. Sick of bitch and y'all should quit being victims. Nibble with this upon the pickle, little sticks. Yo, I fumbled that. 1, you are done. 2, bring the whole room. Peace. With diseases, we made an indigenous species to be the weakest they could be. 4, use airlock doors. Oxygen is precious, without it you will not be around. Yo, alright, here it is. Mac is racist and PC is PC. I ain't watched none of them debates up on the TV. I was too busy to give a fuck about your committee. All I need is love and I'ma suck it out the titties. I was too busy to give a fuck. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it could possibly be a robot in this program. Make you think it could be a duck when it's really not. I was too busy to give a fuck. I was too busy to give a fuck.
Looking at Al Capone's nose.
Was it now?
Who gives a fuck? I don't. It rhymes though. Just enough to get me by.
Hey, yo.
Ray's life is not fun. Running shotgun with a hobo. You want rhymes? I got some.
Hot bars in a dope shop.
Raise the dead.
Fuck God, give us praise instead. We exist where you dare to tread on the edge of imagination while you stay in bed. You can go through life asleep, or you can raise your head, raise the dead. Fuck God, give us praise instead. We exist where you dare to tread on the edge of imagination while you stay in bed. You can go through life asleep, or you can raise your head.
Thanks guys for DKFG. Ray Beats, Wade Wilson, Khalil Ahmed, Johnny Mercury, Ill Omega. Make some noise for Hard All Night and all the volunteers. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Put your hands down, otherwise they're going to be short too. Cross your arms. And keep your head up high. There you go, now do it. Up head, up head, up head, up head.
July 31st, 2018. We're having a great night, and Mark Henley, before the break, delivered us some great stand-up comedy, man. He fucking killed it tonight, dude. Fucking amazing.
Speaking of the devil, we gotta put this mic microphone.
Oh yeah, let's get that
Let's
microphone
do
back
this
in
right.
position. Thank you, sir.
Is the level
Very good.
on this correct?
Should be good.
Again.
Give me some thumbs up. All right, thank you. Matt Clohosi, non-fundamentalist juggalo, over there at the helm.
Non-fundamentalist.
Non-fundamentalist.
Can't emphasize that enough.
Yep.
Apparently.
Where's the non-fundamentalist nickname come from?
Because he would
Oh,
never
dude.
tie his rope to his dick to a rope.
Yo, do you know? Well, do you know? Also, do you know how fundamentalist some you obviously don't know how some fundamentalists, some juggalos are.
Yeah.
So he's the same thing with religion.
He won't throw poop at tequila.
He came around
Sarah
here.
will tell you the story. Go ahead.
Well, he was a guest on the show once, and I said something about juggalos, and then Matt was like, "Hold up, I'm a juggalo," and like showed his tattoo, and I'm like, "Yeah, but you didn't come here and like face paint and shit. You're non-fundamentalist juggalo." And he just stopped.
But
I
he
actually
is-
was thinking about where that came from the other
No,
day.
but
Yo,
he's stuck with it.
can I-
He's actually a better face.
Yeah. Can I tell you a very odd story that about when I was
Like, I mean,
on
I don't
tour?
Can I just tell you something? Hold on. If there's ever a place to tell an odd story,
Okay, so
It's somewhere else. Don't do it here.
so I was on tour in Wisconsin, right? And
it already
and,
sounds
uh,
awful.
yeah, automatically, especially for a black guy.
yeah.
Strike three.
Yeah.
So I'm out there and like there was a couple kids that had seen me the night before. I was walking through this random town in Wisconsin. There's a couple of kids that had seen me the night before, and they were like amping me up. They were like, "Yo, Wade, you kid, I probably drank and did so many drugs. I didn't remember these kids anyway. But they were talking to me. They were like, Wade, you killed it last night or whatever. And these other kids come up and talk to me, and they're like, yo, just like, what's going on? It's like, oh, you're a rapper and everything. And they were like, they started talking to me about ICP and all this other stuff, right? and I was like, yeah, I was like, I don't hate on anybody because they juggalos or whatever. And like 3/4 of the way through this conversation, this dude says to me, he's like, can I read you a Bible verse?
Wow.
And I was like,
Yeah, that's off-putting.
Wow.
Off-putting. Well, after we had already been cool, now it's kind of like
Now you have to
now
read
it's like
the
that's the
Bible.
trick.
And then he was like, and the Lord said,
They're like, was this your card? Was this your card?
The thing that really got me about it was like, anybody that hits you with that, you kind of expect them to look a certain way. This is like a crazy looking white dude with all these tattoos and no shirt on in the middle of this town.
And clown makeup on.
He's got a shirt on.
It would be me if I
This
took
is
the
still
shirt
a
off and I was insane.
And I was just like, I really don't know what should be my reaction right now.
Yeah, sure.
Like, do you have a set for that? Is there any kind of set reaction you have
The only
if a white
reason-
dude with his shirt off
The last
and
time
talking about juggalo rap music
the
and all of a
last
sudden
time
be
I-
like, can I read you a Bible verse?
The last time I encountered a religious loony, like a Looney Tune, like holding a sign and saying shit at me, which is I think it's the closest thing I can relate to this story. I was actually with him and some other people, and the guy came over to us and he was like, Jesus, blah blah blah. Do you want to blah blah blah? And I said, well, sorry, this group took the red pill a long time ago. We have no time for this.
Oh Jesus!
And that was pretty much my fucking reaction.
I had one not actually recently, and it
Oh,
sucked because
yeah,
I
we both
felt
did,
I
yeah.
felt real fucking bad about it, but not like bad enough to like shut my fucking stupid mouth. But this old woman pushing the shopping cart around, and dude, there was a fucking dude standing on the street in the wintertime and outside of Elizabeth on my way to work, just going, I'm fucking starving, and I gave him a fucking 20. I'm just like, I don't care if you're buying drugs. There's enough here for some drugs and a cup of coffee. Getting a Dunkin' Donuts right
And a
now and
burger.
get the fuck off the street. You know what I mean? Like it's not that I don't want to give money out, but this lady looks at me and she's pushing the shopping cart and she goes, it's hot out. I'm fucking starving and I need a sandwich. Could you give me a sandwich, please? And I'm like, well, I don't really have any money. And then before I had a chance to finish my sentence, she goes, if you don't buy me a sandwich, God will not bless you. Woo! And like right at that moment, I went, I think I'm good with that. And that's all I said, and I don't feel like I'm a dick, but I kind of, after the fact, I felt a little condescending.
Stone's got a good one. Stone's got a good
I felt a
one.
little condescending.
Stones, before you tell your good one, I just got to say something real quick. So,
Alright.
when my mom was pregnant with me,
How the fuck do you know?
because my mom told me.
Oh, okay.
My mom was pregnant with me. She was,
He was
So she says.
She was, it was just a lonely time. And there were Jehovah's Witnesses that would stop by the.
Oh, yeah, your mom told me this story. Yeah.
And so she would, after a while, she started inviting them in because it was somebody to hang out with and talk to. And we're talking about 1978. Okay, so like there wasn't a whole
Home
bunch
shopping
she could do
network
but be
wasn't even
pregnant.
invented yet.
All she could do is be pregnant. Right?
If she had a podcast, she wouldn't do that.
Yeah, right. So she starts inviting these fucking people in, and they tell her at one point they try to convince her to join, and she says no. And they said, well, if you don't join, your son's gonna go to hell. And they said it to my pregnant mother, and then she told them to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
At that point.
So no.
I got another one.
Yeah.
So me and him are at my friend's music store, and there's a large group of people outside.
Oh, this was like 2 weeks ago. This was
huge
fun.
group of people outside, and these nuns come walking up to us, and she starts handing out these little something medallions. I don't know what the fuck.
St. Christopher.
They're little gods. And you flip all the way through and watch Jesus get crucified.
Some shit on it, and it's like, throw this here.
They were
Wait.
nice
That's not the good
ladies.
part about the story. That's not the good. Oh, yes.
That is
you
the
all
great
thought
part
they
of
were
the story.
nice. Here's why they thought they were nice. The woman says, oh, I just want to know your name to everybody around outside. I'm just going to pray for you. It's just a good prayer. You know, we're not asking for any donations or anything like this or that, right? Went around the whole place, asked everybody's fucking name, got to me, looked at me, and then looked away.
She was a
Damn.
She gave me a St. Christopher, and she told me she would pray for my son.
I do have a good punchline.
I bet it's because of your disability.
I do have a good.
I bet it's because of your disability.
I guess that wasn't righteous enough for her to know my name, so she could pray for me.
I do got a
guess
good
that's how
punchline
that
about
happened.
religious things. It's Jehovah's Witnesses knock on my door to spread the word. 3 minutes later, I have them drunk off on my Steel Reserve.
Nice. All right.
I know why he became a Jehovah's Witness.
That actually leads me right into mine. You would love my fucking wife. My wife did the fucking coolest shit I've ever seen. You know, most people, they come knock in, and most people, like, duck, hide, don't answer the door, whatever. And I saw him coming. I'm like, Aaron, there's Jehovah's Witnesses coming. And Aaron's just like, okay. And they hear the knock on the door, and my wife just starts walking over the door. I'm like, what the fuck you doing, you know? And then she opens the door, and then she's like, we wanted to take a minute to talk to you about God. And my wife just looks at him. She's like, I'm sorry, we're pagans, but I would love to take a minute to talk to you about sulfur. And my wife just looked at him.
Damn.
And then she's like, hey, Ryan, come over here. And I walk over, and she pulls my arm. See, he's got a pentacle on his arm. Like, so we're pretty much in there. You know,
and at this point, they're like running away from your fucking house.
Yeah. You've never seen people back off the front steps slower and more carefully than, like, Erin is the bomb. You know, like that's the beauty of my wife.
Dude,
like,
Damien on Instagram Live just said, "Ha!"
Yep. That's the beauty of my wife. She can get out of any awkward situation, and you still think she's cute and adorable at the end of it. You know what I mean?
Well, then you won.
Dude,
Yep.
You married up.
You guys have no idea how many viewers who just
I'm an asshole.
So many people just joined Instagram. Say what's up, Jared.
What's up, Instagram and Jared? And who are we saying hi to?
Cheers. Buy your local music. Grease 3 Politics. Right Fight, Odd Dad Out, Mike Jolitz.
Well, shout out to Buy Your Local Music,
Squeaky
whoever they are.
821. Just people all over the fucking place. Okay. So let me bring up a topic.
Well, I need
man.
people. I need people to buy my music.
Only the local music.
Well, no, I mean I'm local, but if I'm not, I still want
Not the
everyone
faraway
to don't tell them not to buy my music. Please, leave their location alone. Whatever you do.
Look, the jokes in
Fuck
this bar
Wade
have
Wilson,
no
but
boundaries.
buy his album.
Now shipping worldwide.
All right, so break down, Rick.
Even in the place where they eat the raw chicken, we will still ship it to you.
All right, no more raw chicken. Let's not go backwards. So break down, Rick.
Yes.
Did you have a topic in mind?
Well, I started to say something earlier, but I didn't get it out. And what I was going to say, I don't know if this is actually seen. What I was going to say was, so I brought up Blazing Saddles earlier, and we talked
which
about
we do ad nauseum on
Sure.
the show.
And so, but the point is that Blazing Saddles
If you ask
might
about
be-
the recast again, I swear to
No,
God.
no, no, I don't
I'm
care.
joking.
I don't care about the
All right,
recast.
good.
I did come up with a recast though. That was
So
moving
on.
No one wants to hear this, but
all I'm gonna say is Dave Chappelle is Sheriff Bart.
if you and I again later, not at
we
this
meet again in this
podcast,
life.
we will do it. But obviously, from the overwhelming
They're hating on
voice
you.
here.
They're hating on you.
No. It's just,
Y'all
They're hating on a guy with
hating.
glasses.
we're gonna fight.
So
Like,
look
this
out,
is-
guys.
like, come on.
You wouldn't
Move
hit a guy
along.
with glasses, would you?
So what we had talked about is we were talking about the state of comedy, what's happening to comedy, this sort of attack on comedy that's going on. And what I said was, here's what a lot of people who are against comedy don't understand.
Wait, there are people that are against comedy?
Dude, there's a whole
there's
absolutely.
a-
Of
course there's a
movement. Absolutely, there's a movement. Absolutely.
Of course. Where am I?
I don't think they.
I think you're generalizing. I think what you mean is that there are people that will go after a comedian for a joke that offends them, but they're not like anti-comedy.
Some people are like
I don't think they believe they're against comedy. I think they're not.
Let them make the fucking point, there, guys.
Point. Thank you, Wade Wilson. Let me make my point. My point was this: I can care about you and your cause, and also make jokes about it at the same time.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that anymore.
Yeah.
I feel, and I almost feel like for some people it's on purpose. You know, as part of the gutter.
That
that
almost
there are
sounds
some
like the
people,
90s.
There are some people who are professionally
Round and
offended.
round it goes.
And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, don't tell me you don't understand sarcasm and nuance and all this other fucking shit. Just to be mad.
Wait,
It's like,
can I definitely. Okay, here's what I think the problem is.
Okay.
Literally, I think it's the time and the place that we're living in.
The Midwest is
Because
still in the dark ages.
We're I mean, yeah, to a certain degree. But no, we're living in a time now where motherfuckers use that as fuel. We're living in a time that, like, cause some people, like, and I feel like I know enough about, like, comedy and, like, acting and jokes that I can tell the difference. But a lot of people, and it's like, yo, you got people that really now will tell a joke, and they'll be like whatever it is, they'll be like, black guys, am I right? Or they'll be like, gay people, right? And it's like, are you really being funny? Are you really?
Or are you
fucking-
normalizing something?
Or
Or are you normalizing something that pisses off a lot?
and we're living in a stage where it's like, or some people, and I know you guys have even seen this on social media, some people will make a fucked up point, right? And people call them on it. They'll be like, no, what you're saying is this. And they'll be like, oh, I was just joking. So, like, it's harder than it used to be. Used to be, I feel like it was a lot, because, like, when, like, you're even saying Dave Chappelle, some of these other great comedians,
Richard
Pryor,
absolutely.
like,
And
you knew
Carlin.
when they were like when they were making that joke or like whatever it was, because also they would take shots at everybody.
Sure, of course.
Even the Dave Chappelle thing about what I think is now you wouldn't know if that was a joke is like he would be like, if I was the first black president, remember that was before Obama. He was like, if I was the first black president, I'd make my vice president a Mexican dude. And he was like, because you don't want no problems with Vice President Santiago, because all he gonna do is open up the border. Ain't that right? And he's like, see, yeah. But like now, if somebody made that joke, you kind of have to be like, is he
joking?
But
Like,
here's
because
my
like,
problem. My
like-
problem's not this. My problem is not whether or not he's joking. My problem is that I feel like I
You're laughing
have
at
the
the wrong thing.
intelligence to be able to decipher the meaning of what somebody means when they're making a joke and when they're not. There's a difference between when Patrice O'Neal makes a joke about sexual harassment and Bill fucking O'Reilly does.
Yeah.
And there is, because I
there is.
understand who the fuck they are and what they stand for.
Segue in, but I'm glad he brought up that Dave Chappelle skit specifically, because remember after he quit and they did the Lost episodes, there was the Pixie skit.
Yeah.
And Donnell Rollins and Charlie Murphy put that on the air and said this was part of one of the things that Dave that shook his head, where he was like, "Am I making jokes?" Or am I furthering stereotypes? And that was the one where he did the Mexican and the Chicken George black guy and the white guy and everything like. And it was, but they did a Q&A with the crowd afterward, and like for the most part, people were good, but everybody in there was fucking uncomfortable, and that was almost like seeing the tide turn. Where it was like. You heard all the racist jokes made, and now you're starting to see people understand where they're coming from.
I think that's the true root, though.
Yeah, and
I think that's the true root, though.
Yeah,
because even like I was making the joke about the white women and cocaine, or whatever, and it was really a joke on quote unquote black musicians, because that's even been a thing. Like black musicians like do drugs, introduce drugs, and you know go after white women or whatever. But I feel like. The point was, or like, and it's hard to make that line, but the point was, is like, okay, now, what's really making you uncomfortable? Is it the fact that a black guy is sexually attracting white women? Is that really, is that what's making you uncomfortable? Is it because I'm doing drugs? And doing that,
just I'm upset that I haven't been with a black woman. That's what's happening.
No, but you know what?
No, that's not my fault. Got nothing to do.
Even the most.
See, are you blaming me for that? This is the problem.
Or even before you go that deep,
that's all
what might be even a more simple explanation is there's just certain people that don't like a black guy making that joke. Even though they know it's
that
a joke.
too, yeah.
Like that might be even more simple, you know, like just like
maybe they don't. Yeah, they don't like me.
They don't like you
making that
poking
joke,
that.
poking
like,
that.
If anybody
spot,
else did it, but when you do it, it's like, wait, what the fuck is he saying?
I'll even tell you, I played a show with. I mean, you guys know Ray Strife.
Yeah.
One of the awkward show that I was telling you guys about. I did my set before Ray, and I made a joke about it. I was like, yeah, because the technical difficulties with us taking up. I go, wow, it's going rough, like me having sex with white women. Silence.
Where was it? Was this
Silence. This is the Pennsylvania show I was telling you about.
Pennsylvania.
And it was awkward. No,
it depends on what county you're in.
So, but Ray had another. Should I toast to that? I don't
Ray
know.
doesn't. Ray
Someone's
doesn't.
gonna
Ray's in the back room going,
I'm with back money.
But
Ray
Ray makes a joke like literally the next set after mine, and there was confusion on if he was even supposed to go next, and they were trying to cue in up music, and he's like, "Wow, it's getting messy, like Wade having sex with white women."
That's all they do.
Everyone laughed.
That's all they knew about you at that point. They didn't know.
Now when Ray does the joke, when Ray does the joke, everyone's laughing, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh my god!
I did like the same joke.
Not for nothing.
Like 20 minutes ago.
Oh my god!
And no one
my
laughed.
mind
Why is it funny now?
White people are a little conditioned right now to sort of shy away from when a black guy makes a racial joke.
Well,
like
no,
that.
but that's why you
But
brought
this
that.
is years ago.
But that's
This is
another.
like
But it's happening now.
No, but that's another
What
thing
I'm
about
saying.
it. And that's a.
And like, I feel like his point nailed it because I made that joke. It was awkward. But Ray makes that joke. It's funny now.
It's about delivery.
After you
Delivery is half the battle.
Wait. I want to hear the comedian. Wait, I want to hear the comedian's take on it.
Here's why. The reason why it works when he does is because they have, like, as a crowd, the crowd has, like, very few shared experiences, and one of the few shared experiences they have is you doing that joke. So him calling that back, it's like sort of like, hey, I was watching the show with you.
Together.
I'm one of the other
other white people that was in the crowd.
The second shared experience they all have is being white.
He's in the crowd like, what the fuck?
Oh wait, I saw the black guy make that joke earlier.
It turns to
no, it's funnier.
What the fuck are you laughing at?
It really is harder for black men in comedy. God damn.
Jesus Christ. Christ.
Oh.
But I mean, like but you always brought up the point,
No, but-
like Blazing Saddles couldn't be made right now, and that's like a fucked up thing that
There
like,
are so many things that couldn't be made right now.
But
Even
yeah,
things-
but like
I am shocked
when
that
you-
Tropic Thunder existed 10 years
Oh,
ago.
dude, and that is why everybody should fucking appreciate
But see, that's
that
what I'm
movie,
saying.
you
The
know?
way they even handled the jokes in
Les Grossman
made it
best character ever.
Oh,
Totally.
dude, and
best
fucking
But
character.
one of my things about that is like even the way they handled the joke was because even though they had him doing that, they turned around and they had the black guy being like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Because
what do you mean, you people?
Yeah,
dude,
you're not black.
But the
I don't
brilliant,
care if you're acting or
the
not.
brilliant fucking thing about it, the most brilliant part about that joke was they removed the American aspect and it all basically became cracks against Australians.
Yeah.
Because they made him an Australian, so it wasn't even like a fucking.
Well, that's the thing.
Like,
Of course, foreign actors
Yeah.
are better than American actors.
Have you noticed
all the
that?
time?
Here's the conspiracy. The accent.
Four Leaf. I read the book. Be like,
yeah.
wow.
Idris Elba. Do you know who he is?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so
thank you for
you're a
your
great
service.
American.
So
Now
he's
shut the fuck up and let me do my job.
So he's one of
Idris
so
Elba.
he played one of the most hood, hardcore black dudes anyone's ever seen. Idris Elba.
Wire.
In The Wire, right?
Yes.
Right.
But
I need to see The
he's
Wire.
fucking Scottish British. Like
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like
dude.
so.
Yeah,
dude.
Like I watched
He's
Luther,
proper.
and he's like, yeah, he's like, oh. Bloody hell! Like, and I'm like, yo, he was one of the most hood dudes I know.
right?
Making him sound polite with the
he's
language.
Dude selling crack out there trying to be like
Playing
Idris
that role with his
Elba.
actual accent.
Yeah,
They
that's what I mean.
changed his show.
But that makes him so much of a better actor because, you know,
You can do multiple shit.
almost everybody can pretend to be that. Because all you gotta do is be black and have an accent like you're from around the way.
Sounds to me like the same thing would go for the English then.
No!
Crumpet!
Wait.
definitely couldn't
Don't
play that part.
act like you guys don't think a British or an Australian actor is so much better when he plays like regular white guy. Like you love
What's
it.
a regular white?
Yeah, and from America. You're like the standard for the world. Let's not act like you guys are the standard for the world.
Case in point, fucking Sons of Anarchy.
He's like Phantom.
Sons of Anarchy. There were so many people who fucking flipped shit when they found out Charlie Hunnam was actually a Brit.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they were like, "What? No, get the fuck out of here!" Like he's not really white.
Even as much as other countries like to talk like they're so cultured or whatever, what do all of them love? And they're like, "Oh, Americans, whatever." But what do all of them love is a fucking crazy white American dude with swag. They fucking love that shit all the time. Like
George
when you
Clooney
go,
is still hot.
yeah, right. They look all over the world. Yo, I seen them cast in movies that they shouldn't even belong in. Why is Keanu Reeves in a samurai movie from Japan? Like he's
Filipino. It's kind of close. I mean, he's a couple islands away, but I
Do
mean,
not bring down Keanu Reeves in my presence.
I'm not bringing him down.
No.
Yes,
That's
you
the
will.
why
Yes,
is he
you
in that
will.
movie?
Because he wanted to do it is why.
Because a white guy wanted to. It's like a credit card. It's like a credit card every time.
He just proved it.
It's like a credit card every time. Why is this white guy from America?
seen the whitest
Thank
thing
you very
tonight
much.
yet. And he just did it.
I'm telling you, it's like a credit card that's always accepted. It never gets declined. Oh, why? White guy from America. Thank you very much. I will take all of the percentages. Thank you. I will be in every movie and every series you have. Oh wait, why am I in this?
Get a hold of yourself.
White guy from America. Thank you.
That's a
comeback.
We're all so lucky.
Wow. That was one of my most favorite outbursts that ever happened on this show. That was
I think I can handle half of
Is
this.
coming out.
Keanu Reeves is half Filipino, by the way. That isn't Asian either.
No, he's not.
Just in case
you really
is. He's
He's
Filipino.
Japanese. I think he's Japanese.
No,
they kept his birth certificate.
But socially speaking, he's white.
Well, yeah, no, he is. Dude, the minute he was on the minute he did Speed and was on the cover of Heartthrob magazines all across America, he was white by
But here's the thing. But here's what I mean.
Yeah.
What I mean is that being black or white also means the way that you are treated in general by public. How are you received?
Well, it's the fact that we're all saying
All right,
he's
see, we
Filipino.
dodged the bullet there. He's actually Canadian,
what'd you
so
say?
he's not an American white.
It's the fact that we're all
Canadian.
We're all saying he's Filipino is like a fun fact. Is the fact that we all think he's
Well, no,
white.
but I heard I heard that it was a passion project. He was like trying to fucking do something.
Sure.
to
But when I say
other
he's
parts.
white, what I mean is that the public perceives him that way.
It does not stop your joke from being treated.
He's like learning about Keanu. Are you writing this down? He's like learning about Keanu.
But I am on his team. I do love me some Keanu Reeves.
No, I love Keanu Reeves.
Hold on.
We all like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
I mean,
Here we
did
go.
you not see
Yo,
Speed?
we're getting the answer.
Yeah, but I'm taller.
All your
Is one
minds
of
are
the-
about to go. He's Canadian. He's a Canadian citizen. He was born in Beirut. His mother is English, and his father is Hawaiian, Chinese, Irish, and Portuguese. My grandmother is Chinese, and blah blah blah. So he's
No, there's no way, because your grandmother can't be Chinese, and then your dad is all.
Hey, here, I'll just read it word for word.
Mathematically, that doesn't work.
Wait, here we go.
How many other
What do you mean medically? How does it not work medically? It's like our fucking tools are useless.
Yeah,
It sounds like
if she's
DNA
just Chinese, you can't get other races out of the one other grandparent.
I'll read it word for word.
All right, word for word. Here we go.
Keanu Charles Reeves was born in Beirut on September 2nd, 1964, the son of Patricia, blah, 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 a costume designer and performer, and Samuel Nolan Reeves, Jr. His mother is English and hails from Essex. His father is American from Hawaii, is of Chinese, English, Irish, Native Hawaiian, and Portuguese descent.
Oh, come on.
Jesus.
My grandmother is Chinese and Hawaiian, so I was around Chinese art all my life.
Okay, so now you get to claim that.
He has spoken
so
Still mathematically doesn't work.
There's a hotel owner in there somewhere.
So his grandfather's like the other 8 races all in one time?
Reeves' mother was working in Beirut when she met his father. Reeves' father earned his GED while imprisoned in Hawaii for selling heroin.
Whoa.
Holy shit. Whoa.
All right, so he's a G. All right.
Heroin's been around a while.
This story gets crazy.
Okay.
He abandoned his wife and family when Reeves was 3 years old, but Reeves knew him until he was 6. They last met on the island.
Wait, no. He can't abandon him at 3 and know him until he's 6. Once again, mathematically, this doesn't work.
Hey,
He was a few blocks away.
Wait,
so he
over
was
here
open.
is
He was stopped by.
absolutely correct.
Well, the way it's
He
written,
can't
it's like-
abandon the family at 3 and he know him until he's 6.
No idea.
How does it?
Well, he
No.
Well,
You
you can know
know what?
someone. You can
This
know
is
someone.
bullshit. Is this
Wikipedia?
Is this
by the way.
Wikipedia?
I'm
This
sure there's
is
a
like
backstory.
every Keanu Reeves fan is writing the
This is
Wikipedia.
inflammatory.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna start off-
We just have to wait for the VH1 behind the music. And this is all
This
gets
is
sorted
done.
out.
This is
you know?
done.
That's it.
Yo,
Listen.
that's
Hold on.
bullshit.
Don't go to the bathroom.
It's all written by Keanu Reeves fans. The whole fucking Wikipedia.
They know what they're talking about. I mean, the dude's in shape.
I want to read the one written by someone that fucking hates Keanu.
Yeah, that's Keanu Reeves.
Keanu slammed Dirty Reeves.
Yeah, right.
They're all everyone
Piece of
is saying
shit
the same
Reeves.
shit. Even though I'm on Wikipedia, they're all saying the same shit. Born in Beirut, in Lebanon, father Hawaiian, mother fucking British, and
He was born
grandmother
in Beirut,
Portuguese
so
and
Donald
Chinese.
Trump wants to see his birth
Okay,
certificate.
wait, they changed it. Grandmother was Portuguese and Chinese now.
No,
But
Hawaiian
before-
and Chinese.
Hawaiian and
But
Chinese.
there is
Oh, what the
Portuguese
fuck?
descent in
That's
some-
still only 2. There was like 8 things before. This is
It only takes 2 people to fucking
It's
make
like
a human.
lineages are long.
So that means that
Keanu
a
Reeves
Chinese,
is the modern
Chinese
day.
guy and
Yeah,
a
but I
Hawaiian
don't.
woman
Yeah, but
fuck
I
him.
don't come in here and tell you that. Oh, yeah. By
All
the
the
way, I'm
countries are
also
taking credit
Native
for it.
American
Who
with
knew
every.
I got another thing. He was actually
Hold on, wait a second. Hold on.
born in the Matrix.
Oh, nice.
Yo, yeah, because that's real.
But he broke.
I'm just kidding.
Listen, folks, we got to cut to our second break.
Who
When we
knew
come back,
all it took was
really,
Keanu
do we
Reeves?
really have? We got to cut to our second break. When we come back,
should I do
God,
an
I wanted
act
to go
now?
deeper.
Wade Wilson from DKFG is going to do a performance when we come back.
There we go.
When we come back?
When we come back in about 20 minutes.
All right.
Taking a break. All right, Mac Clohosey.
We're all gonna
not
splash
fundamentalist
water
at
on
home.
our faces.
Let me know when we're out so that I can put my glasses on and look smart as fuck.
You're going now.
If you want there to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, talk more about Keanu Reeves. It will take you places you never dreamed of.
You're listening to us. And the face.
Speaking of dead chicks.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought.
I saw this Vice thing. It's kind of old. Have you guys talked about the quicksand fetish?
No.
Are you guys aware of the quicksand fetish?
No, but I'm interested.
So apparently,
I like the name.
Apparently, this all started with like Tarzan when like apparently that was like the opening scene into the sexuality of
That was a
Tarzan back
trigger.
in the 60s.
Yeah, sure.
Well, now they have like full blown studios that takes requests. And they have like quicksand scenes, and like people do either like sex scenes, or they do like fetish, or they do
Do
like.
they fuck in
Star
the
Trek.
sand?
No, the chicks
Are
drowned
stuck,
in the sand.
and
They
the
get
guy
stuck
comes
in the
and rescues
quicksand.
them?
No, not all the time. It depends on the quicksand.
Sometimes they die.
Like
You gotta
This is
sign a
real life.
waiver.
This
Like,
isn't some
apparently-
fucking game.
Like
Rick.
apparently the bubble up is you know
Powerful.
it's
you gotta
part of
sign
the-
a waiver.
part
Like,
of
yeah,
the
you might not
script.
come out. That's just like finally real danger.
And after watching this Vice story, I know way too much about this because, like, apparently the best natural mud holes are somewhere bordering between America and Canada, and people covet these particular when they find a good mud hole to do these quicksand scenes in. That they get requests from people. People pay for this. People actually
pay to drown in quicksand.
No, they pay to have the impression of a woman drowning in the quicksand. Like, this is a real. Actual
Wait.
fetish
So
that
people
people
jack off watching women in quicksand is what you're saying?
jack off or just get
This
aroused
is the same
or
guy
have
that
some
wrote
type
that
of
Isn't Normal, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah.
like. But and they're talking about how this whole economy seems to be dying off because people aren't as interested
First
in it.
it was the alpacas and now this.
Once Hollywood stopped using quicksand as a dramatic scene in all their movies.
Well, I say we bring it back to the, maybe the next Star Wars movie needs a
We need
good
to
quicksand.
reignite this
Yeah,
whole,
yeah, let's
like-
get this back. What happened to all that?
What happened to all that quicksand? Where'd it
Quicksand
go?
always was like that was
It
the
was the
dramatic
thing, yeah, it
moment.
was
you
like,
We're
know?
gonna write a
they're-
book
they're-
about this. It's called Dried Up. The
worked in-
story of quicksand.
Yeah, it worked in comedies. There was quicksand in Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, right.
You know what I
right.
mean? There was
There's quicksand
But
in The Princess Bride that
Right,
played a
but it also-
very important
and a
role.
million other movies.
Look at fucking Neverending Story.
Yeah. Is it normal that I eat actual carpet? I've always loved the smell
I like
of
that
carpeting.
they had to specify actual
Yeah.
carpet.
Yeah. Not that bullshit carpet.
Yeah, not that fur from my pet's carpet.
Yeah.
or the.
I've always loved the smell of carpeting, but probably about 2 years ago, the smell literally made my mouth water, and I wanted to try it. At first, I just got scissors and cut off some of the top of the carpet and chewed on it, then spit it out. Now it has escalated to actually pulling carpet out of the floor and eating it.
It's
Why
just
do
like
I have this
70s
urge?
shag carpet?
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
What carpet are they cutting with scissors? I mean,
His living room's got
is it
big
like covered
bald
in
patches.
Doritos?
I hope it's like one of those AstroTurf fucking
You just eating
things.
rubber bristles.
Yeah.
Rubbery bristles.
It's all uneven. He's
Are
like,
there
I'm going
health?
for a
Oh, this is
theme
the
here.
best one. Are there health risks?
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
so.
Dirt
It's
and
covered
glue.
in fucking chemicals. That
Yeah.
smell isn't like a natural
Yeah, right.
essence.
Yeah, you don't find that in the jungle.
Yeah, you don't get that in the
Well, I
carpet.
don't know.
That's not the smell of carpet trees.
From what I hear, there's a lot of microfibers in clams these days.
Yeah. That's what the clam said.
Dick fiber.
Hey. I've also found a lot of eating carpet jokes, of course, so please don't make any in the comments.
Please don't.
I might have,
is it filled with
I
carpet
might
eating
have
jokes?
Pics, maybe.
Pics?
I've also had the urge to eat sand, but that's it. Thank you.
What's pics?
But that's it. No, that's it. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah, nothing weird.
P-I-X? Is it a...
No, P-I-C-S. Pictures.
Oh, pictures.
I might have pictures. I don't know what that's. I don't know if he's offering them up or
he's trying to
asking
sell
for
them.
them. Or
This is a scam.
Yeah, but selling them what? This is me eating carpet on a
People
Polaroid.
have the fucking quicksand fetish. I mean, what the fuck?
I've also had the urge to eat sand, but that's it.
That's
Thank
where
you.
I draw the line.
I will not eat
Everybody has a
placenta.
bottom.
Yeah. I will not eat that foam mat. I will not eat the linoleum.
That's
I
why-
will not eat.
This is why Dave Chappelle quit show business.
Because of shit like this?
It was past his bottom. It was past his line.
Yeah. Hold on now. One more, is it normal? Because these are my 3 favorite ones I found. Is it okay to be scared if people hear you using the toilet?
I actually know a couple people that are, they turn on the sink on.
A lot of people do
Yeah,
that.
a lot of people do that too when they're snorting dope in the bathroom.
Oh, that's true.
And they don't
too.
want you to hear.
Yeah.
They turn the thing on.
You could hear them snorting still, nonetheless, even if they turn the fucking sink on. I mean, that's pretty lame as far as.
Well, the thing is that shushing water sounds like sniffing stuff. They blend into it. I'll tell you what, it's better than not.
You have to train your sniff right. I mean,
Yeah,
to
well,
you have
if
to
you're a
mimic your
respectable
sniffing
drug
noise.
user, I'd imagine you've trained your sniff.
You have to train that sniff to fucking
Yeah.
get it to match.
Train your sniff.
The faucet, you know.
Yeah.
And then you got, Moeller, or, a Kohler and fucking
Moeller,
Moen.
Kohler.
Doler, McNoller, blah,
You got all
blah,
the different brands.
Yeah.
Different water pressures depending on your region.
Well, look, man, you just
what
gotta
a mountain.
practice, dude.
What a mountain to climb.
Some people cure cancer, other people learn how to adjust their sniff.
Sniff to the faucet.
Yeah.
Frequency.
Yeah, man, it could be. I mean, let's say you're on a date and you gotta have a shit.
Right. You
It's
don't.
a small place. You
You
can't
don't
help
have a
it.
shit.
What do you do if you can't help it? What if it's an emergency, Stones?
I don't know, man. I've always been able to hold back. I've never been to a hippie, a music festival that I couldn't hold back for 3 days.
That's not healthy.
Yeah, but I mean, neither is using whatever
I
public
hear
facilities that are
I hear that.
available
Well, it's
to you
better,
at
it
the
might be better
time,
to
you
stay
know?
away from those places.
I
a lot of bad
now.
shit.
Yes, it took a few years of
So yeah, took a couple
debauchery.
nosedives, but we're out of the shit. I don't know, man. I don't like the idea of people like listening to you shit who you don't know.
Who you don't know.
Yeah,
But the people you do know, you're like,
It's
come
a
on, gather
bonding-
round,
Yeah.
guys.
bonding experience.
Gather round.
If any of you know what I should do or have any suggestions of how to get rid of this problem, I'd be happy for you to tell me. I'll tell you. Just gather everybody around, take a shit in front of everybody.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely an icebreaker.
Yeah.
For sure.
And just be like, look, I got to do this. And if you love me, you'll understand.
Right.
And you'll help me.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, fine. Everybody stands around. You take a shit embarrassingly.
Hey, we should all hold hands while we do it.
Yeah.
That's uncomfortable. And then everyone has to make eye contact, too.
Take me to a place that's more or less a circle of toilets. We'll get the whole family on board.
That's
We're
it.
all shit in unison.
That's the new retreat. That's the new out in the middle of Arizona in the fucking heat tent.
It is
should be
definitely a
circle of
viral
toilets.
video.
Yeah.
It's a viral video.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it, but you could do it.
No, I'm
but
not gonna
credit
do it
me
either.
on it a little bit.
I'm not gonna,
you know?
not gonna do it either.
I came up with that.
All the toilets are shaped like clams.
Yeah. Oh, keep your dicks out, folks. Just asses only. Right? Sarah, what do you got next?
Well, let's see. What do we have to talk about here?
All right. Okay.
Okay, so, all right. So, a man in his 20s keeps clogging the women's restroom in a DeLand Community Center in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. He has
Sheboygan.
evaded. He's
heard that town before.
evaded capture for 3 years. He's caused 30 clogs and $3,000 in damage.
How do they know he's
now,
in his
this is what
20s?
the this is what the cops said. The police say the vandal will be charged to the fullest extent of the law.
What's the fullest
First
extent
all,
of that law?
How the fuck are they a vandal? Is this seriously too close to my mouth?
Yes, it's popping, so I'm trying to get it to stop doing that. Pop. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
To the fullest extent of the law. So how is he a vandal? I don't get it. Like, maybe he's an asshole for like. I mean, he's in the women's bathroom. I don't know if like you can get arrested for being in the wrong bathroom.
Yeah, right,
but, like,
right.
Yeah, especially in today's PC world.
Especially in Sheboygan.
Yeah, right. In Sheboygan.
But the thing I don't get is like it might be shit. An asshole move to like go and maybe not to purposely clog a toilet, but go to the same place knowing you'll probably. But it's not fucking vandalism. Like if it's a publicly,
But he's purposely clogging toilets. I mean, he's going out there.
No, I doubt it. It sounds like someone who like doesn't have the money to pay for their fucking water bill.
Yeah, or maybe
that
he's
just
just-
has a lot of some issues.
Maybe he's wiping too deep, and he's just wiping too much, and he's clogging a toilet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that counts
How do
as
they know
vandalism.
his age? But have,
I don't know. Maybe
mean,
they caught him on the fucking bathroom cam.
No, like, hey,
The
look, a guy in his
bath cam.
20s on the bath cam. This week on Community Center Bath Cam.
Some guy in his 20s clogs up.
clogging the bowl. We're on the scene. And they start interviewing the community people, and they're all old as fuck. They don't know what's going on. Like,
This is a man beyond his years because in their 20s you're supposed to have hope.
Yeah, right. Maybe this is a source of his hope. Maybe he goes there every day and he goes, I'm going to clog your people's toilet. And I'm never going to be like you.
I'm never going to conform.
Yeah. I'm never going to be like you dealing with a person like me.
Do you think he's using family cloth?
No, this guy is not using family. Well, he might be if he's clogging toilets to that extent. I mean, he might be using one cloth
He brings
per wipe.
his family cloth.
Yeah, but it's like so many
Hand
cloths.
knitted by his grandma.
Yeah, it just fills the toilet up with little squares, little shitty
Right,
smeared
they arrest him
squares.
and
Yeah.
fine him, and he's like, "What are you talking about? This is there's
they're
articles written about
Yeah,
this."
well, you just flushed the whole pair of jeans down the fucking toilet, asshole. So you fucking broke this shit.
My grandma said, "Wipe as many times as I need."
Yeah.
$3,000 worth of damage.
Man,
that's a lot of roto-rooting.
Yeah, that's a lot of taking your shit to the same place. You said he did this several times, right?
30 times over 3 years.
Yeah, okay, enough's
Oh,
enough.
that's $100.
That's 10 times a year.
It's $100 a clip. I mean, if you spread that out, I mean, it's not really that
Look,
big of
man,
a
if
deal.
you're doing 10 toilet clogs a year, whether it's here or not, you need to see a doctor. 10 toilet clogs. Figure your shit out. You're fucking up in life if you got fucking 10 toilet clogs.
I keep family cloth in the truck just in case.
And I got a return home bag.
It's like an old Awesome Talk shirt.
Yeah. Sometimes when I shit in the truck, I gotta wipe with something. Oh my god, we gotta do a commercial for this.
It's like Struggle's face.
Yeah. That right there, that's my
That's my good buddy.
He'll be the raping
Struggy.
clown.
That's my cloth. That's my cloth caddy. After a wipe, I toss it in, take it home, wash it, and use it again. They're all stained as shit. One's got blood on it.
He's like, these are multi-purpose. Every time I get a hold of my jeans, poof, patch.
Sure, it looks like a dinosaur wiped his ass with me. But at least I ain't got no holes in my jeans.
How fucking, like, do you think that they're just like, oh, if we have a guest over, they just have to use our shit?
Yeah,
like, or
right,
do you
yeah.
think they have like a guest toilet roll?
I think you need a warning for that kind of shit. I think if you have a guest coming over, you'd be like, look, listen, my family, we use these toilet wipes that they're reusable. You might want to think about picking up, or I don't have a roll here. We don't do that anymore. Plus, I wouldn't,
Grab the Charmin's wet wipes. They fit in your pocket right.
Yeah. My recommendation is do anything but expect to wipe normally when you get here. Or take a shit before you get
Imagine
here.
that conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like It seems like one of those
Wait,
awkward but
so
necessary.
you guys never answered. How would your life? How do you think you'd be different as a person if you grew up in a household where and you can't say, "Oh, I would have fought it," because you wouldn't have known any better. If you grew up that way, that's normal for you.
I feel like it wouldn't be so dissimilar to like growing up in a trap house.
Yeah, well,
like not knowing that you're in a trap house until you're way older, and you're like, "Oh shit, I shouldn't have dealt all that crack out the window."
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you what. I grew up, and I'm not dissing the man or anything. My father was about 500 pounds, and he had the diet of a fucking, you know,
he took some
of a
massive
walrus.
shits,
and like
took up forever.
Took shits that were
to shit
beyond your comprehension.
I was,
and it's gonna take. I tell you what, Stones. It would take.
I wasn't holding his hand, but I was close enough to the door.
It would take a hell of a lot more than several little cloth squares to clean that fucking mess up. And I'll tell you what, those cloth squares would have been done. They would have looked like your sneakers after the Tough Mudder.
I'm surprised he didn't get fined for $3,000 worth of damage.
I know. Jesus Christ. So I got to tell you, Sarah, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, how did that make you feel when you were older or younger?
How did what make me feel?
Your dad's giant shits.
Like, how do I feel about it now?
Right.
He writes poems to them.
Yeah, I sell poetry to my dad's shit is the name of my book. Like, here, my dad's shit. Be it large and splashing.
The family cloth drips.
The plunger handle
is
busts
dancing.
apart. What the water cannot. Oh, yeah, look at the porcelain, how satisfied it is swallowing this giant turd. Oh, and the smell.
This is awful.
Yeah, right. Japan's slowest roller coaster derails. Passengers don't notice.
They just must have been a shitty ride if they didn't notice.
Yeah.
It's just a parked car.
It was reported that a wheel in the first car disengaged with the rail, causing the entire train to grind to a halt. A woman in her 30s and her 6-year-old son, who were on the ride at the time of the accident, explained to Asahi Shinburn, quote, "The coaster was moving so slowly, I didn't notice it had stopped." Oh, and then it gets crazy. Wait. However, things got kind of scary when park staff began trying to push the train and hitting it with hammers, all the while not explaining what had happened to the riders. Customers began to call the emergency police number and rescue crews arrived.
They dump it into a quicksand pit.
It's like just a bunch of toothless maniacs with hammers climb it and start hitting it with hammers over there. Is this part of the ride? Is this the scary part?
Like the guy with his clam fucking dick.
Yeah.
With a bunch of fucking toothless motherfuckers with hammers just starting to bust it apart around him. He's like, wait, hold on. Hold on, guys, wait.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What's happening? And then later on she said, I want to find the line I read because it was so good. Why did they start hitting it with hammers? They should know people on Japan's slowest roller coaster are easily frightened. Somebody said that. I don't know who said that.
Is this like a roller coaster at an old age home? Why would you put a roller coaster at an old age home? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
But
feel like an elevator is a roller coaster at an old age home.
yeah, I guess so.
Can ride if has heart issues.
Yeah. This is in Arakawa Ward, Tokyo. So, yeah. So they didn't notice it stopped. Yep, you can't get much slower than 0 kilometers per hour. You did it, family coaster.
Right. Way to Fukushima it up.
Yeah, right. Hey, oh. Mother crashed car into pole to prove to kids God is real.
I mean, what was the end goal there? There had to have been some type of a point to...
Sitting in a police car, children explain what happened before the crash. You think she did it on purpose, the officer asked. Yeah, because she turned. Her eyes was closed, and she was saying, blah, 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 I love God, one daughter said. She didn't want us to just have a car accident. She wanted us to know that God is real.
What a Fight Club scene that was.
The kids are 5 and 7, so it must have been the 7-year-old. I love that line. Her eyes was closed, and she was saying, blah, 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 I love God.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a way to make your kids believers.
Yeah, right. Here, I'm going to show you, kids. He's going to intervene. Everybody buckle up. Why do we need to buckle up if he's going to intervene?
They
See, we didn't die.
In the car accident, they live. The mom dies, and they're like, "Thanks God, he is real."
Yeah. Now we can get away from this person.
Now we can have all the pudding we ever wanted.
Yeah.
Now we can get rid of these family cloths.
Don't have to eat that placenta anymore.
Yeah.
Those frozen placenta ice cubes once a year.
I got to be honest. I've had just about as much placenta as a 7-year-old could
Jake
possibly
puts the
ingest.
placenta in the blend center, and then puts them in the ice cube tray with little popsicle sticks.
Oh, man. Here, kids, have a placenta stick.
Not even
placenticle.
Not even popsicle sticks. That's too professional. Toothpicks.
Yeah, right.
The ice tray toothpick trick.
Yeah, with the cellophane
They're
on the
only
top.
Dixie cups.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's why they're bigger.
So you can layer the color combos.
Yeah, yeah. Because I know I like multicolored placenta. I like the blue, the yellow, the green.
Placenticles.
On my placenticles.
They look like the Fry Guys from McDonald's.
The guys look fucked up, man. They don't even look like anything.
They definitely look like placenta popsicles.
Yeah. Not the fry. Is that the Fry Guys?
The three.
He's talking about the 3 things that look. What are they?
The little
3 things that look like
fucking-
furry little things. What are they called? What the hell are those
I thought
guys?
those are the Fry Guys.
Oh, they are the Fry
That's
Guys.
what I thought.
Yeah, they're the Fry Guys. He's right.
I'm not sure.
They look like they're covered in dreadlocks, but it's all French fries.
Okay.
And
They just
like
kinda mumble
Yeah,
shit.
just a mumbling ball of shit.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but anyway, the point is the placenticle would look like a Fry Guy.
Yeah.
You know, if I can get to the bottom line of what we're trying to say here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, these kids, yeah. Oh, thank God, no more of that. Police say Warren told the children to buckle up their seatbelts, which she accelerated into the pole. Wow.
And does she get to keep them? Does she get to keep making
For
more?
religious purposes.
I don't know. They're like with their aunt and uncle or something now, their grandparents.
She's like, I could practice my religion however I want.
Yeah.
I'm protected.
Yeah. That's all I'm doing here. I'm just trying to teach my kids the right way.
Right into a pole.
Yeah. Well, why'd you make them put seatbelts on for? You should have them just
Yeah,
go lay out in
right?
the
That's
street.
what I'm
like,
thinking.
If you know what I'm
That's
saying?
the thing. These God-fearing idiots, they just haven't come to the conclusion yet that it's all pointless bullshit.
Yeah.
No, you stay where you are.
No,
though.
you're
You're good where you're
Standing here.
Yes.
We are back.
Okay, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Awesome Talk, Season 10, Episode 1.
Yeah, we're pretty sure we know what we're doing.
2018, we are ready to roll here, man.
Yeah.
So, couple of
Year
things.
5?
Huh?
Season 5?
Season 5. No, this is
What
season
episode?
10.
I know we crossed
Season
100.
5 years. 5 years.
5 years, season 10.
That's right. Thank you, brother.
There you go.
I appreciate that.
And what we crossed 100 recently.
A
right?
while ago. We're at like 120 now, I think.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
So we're up there. So we are getting close to the end of the show.
Yeah, it's winding
And
down
one of the
time.
things that I like to do before we close the show is I want to talk to the guests, talk about what you guys have coming up, where people can find you, all that good stuff. And let's start with Mr. Mark Henley, who was awesome tonight. If I could just
Yes, absolutely.
Again, man, stand-up was fucking great.
Look, I'm doing a show in Tom's River tomorrow at a weird place. Hold on, let me figure out what that is.
Tom's River, yeah, that's a long way from Jersey City for sure.
I'm a little nervous about it because it's fucking it's gonna be poetry and comedy.
Okay.
Which
Just make
seems
sure
like
it's
a.
not- just make sure it's not a church, because they'll throw your
Is this
ass
Chris
out.
Rockwell?
This will do, I promise.
It's like Chris Rockwell related.
Yeah.
I think people I met through Rockwell.
Okay, all right.
But I'll be there tomorrow, guys. Find me in Tom's River with poetry and stuff. Also, at Mark Henley on Twitter and stuff. And we'll be starting a new podcast soon called Pod Wayne Gacy.
Cool.
So look out for that.
Pod Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
This is
I love
a
that
great name.
Is there like a main site? Like, do you have like a main site where you do most of your business from, like where people can find you and figure out where you're going to? Or
I'm on Twitter and Facebook and stuff.
Twitter and Facebook.
I'm
Okay.
like, yeah. So
Mark Henley.
Well, dude, thank you so much for being here.
Fucking A,
It's
dude.
been awesome.
Yeah,
We're gonna come back to you in just a second. What's coming up? What do you want to promote?
Well, first of all, I'm going on tour, and actually, like Saturday, I leave for tour. We're doing Pittsburgh, we're doing Lansing, Michigan, Lexington, Kentucky, New Orleans, and Austin, Texas.
Cool. Austin. Okay. Austin fucking rules. You're gonna love that fucking city.
Thank you for that. And the big thing, my homeboy Jordan Royale is touring with me.
Oh, nice.
But the other big thing that I want to talk about is September 8th in Easton, Pennsylvania. I am opening up for Ghostface Killer.
Oh,
I'll fucking be there, man.
You can get tickets from me for $25.
I will do that.
Even after they go up at the box office, you will still be able to get them from me for $25.
All right.
Okay.
And you will help me open for
We're
Ghostface.
going. Oh, I will absolutely.
And
I smell a road trip.
When is that?
September 8th.
We're
in
going.
Easton.
Easton. That's not bad. That's a couple hours.
Easton, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Also, you can go to wadewilson.bandcamp.com for all your Wade Wilson needs. And I have a multitude of merch, everything from shirts. I have beer glasses with Wade Wilson etched in them. If you want them,
that's really cool.
All right, I have stickers.
I love it.
If you want Wade Wilson back rub,
you usually have to pay extra for that.
Hey man, the money's no object.
The grandma's gonna be a good Christmas.
I will come hand rub your grandmother if you want.
All right.
That is
He'll kick some rhymes too.
Come to my Patreon.
My grandma likes rhymes.
Yes.
I actually have a good reason to go to Easton. I'm a part of a beer mug club there. And if I get over like whatever 150 beers, like I might get a mug on the wall. So I have a reason to go.
We can hit 150 beers.
I would like to take a moment. One of the reasons why I got connected to Easton, PA. Rest in peace. Shout out my homie, Two Stoned, Mikey. Mike knows him. We did shows together, and he was one of the homies that came and saw me no matter where I was living, even if I didn't have a real place to stay. Yeah. We did a lot of shows together, and he passed away a few years ago in a car accident. And one of the best moments of my life is hanging with him so much that when I went to his funeral, his memorial service, his family didn't know how to open his laptop. And I was like, yo, I know this broken ass laptop. I know how to there's like literally he had two little wires hanging where the button was supposed to be, and I knew how to open it up, and they were all like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's my homie like that." So, and the connections from him is why I'm even playing this show in East
Cool. Shit. Well,
so
Two Stones. That's it, man.
Shouts out to Mikey Two Stones, dude. But yeah, and Instagram Wade Tech, and on everything else, I'm Wade Wilson, and there's usually a weird picture of me that you can find.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Well, thank you both for being here tonight.
Hey, dude, that was fun. That was fun.
That was a great fucking opening to the season, man. I'm really happy that this is the 5-year anniversary of Awesome Talk. If you want to find us online, it's AwesomeTalkTV.com, Awesome Talk TV on Facebook and Twitter, Awesome Talk TV on Instagram, and please go follow us on there and like this and subscribe, whatever the fuck you're doing. Sean Heiser, Metal Life Crisis is in the chat. Oh my god.
Sean,
Scrubs are fucking shouting out in the chat, man. That's fucking good,
Martin
man.
Larkin.
All right, dude. Metal Life Crisis. Thank you
Metal
so
Life
much.
is in. We love
So,
you guys.
Now that all that's aside, we reserved something for guests now called the final word. So basically, if you were asked right now, if you had a message to send out to the whole world, this was your last chance.
Last second of your life.
Mark Henley, what would it be?
About what we've talked about today, or in general?
Anything.
Just, oh my God, hey Mark.
The
Henley.
comments on the way down,
Yeah.
and somebody
You
walks
have a
up and goes,
message.
"What you got to say about
What's
this
the
shit?"
message?
Like, what do you want the
Applebee's
alien?
is not as bad as people say it is.
Nice.
All right. Too late to go there, but good to know I missed out.
It's always tomorrow.
There's always well, yeah. Well, if the comments come in, not really,
Yeah.
but.
Well, there's always 2 more seconds from now, you know.
Oh, me?
Wilson.
Your final word, your final message to the world.
Try not to be a dick.
Yeah. Good way.
Always a good one.
That. Just saying.
Elaborate.
If you feel like you're gonna be a dick, stop yourself and think about it and say, "Am I about to be a dick?"
Yeah.
And stop.
At times you have to be a dick, though. You just have to.
Are you just
I'm
yo? And
fucking-
you're gonna
no.
fuck up my fun.
Sorry.
You know what? This is my life in a nutshell.
Go ahead.
I'm making my statement to the world, and somebody has to chime in. Not all the time, but usually a white guy. And it's just like, fuck your statement, Wade.
Sometimes
Your poignant statement that you thought about.
Your dying words. Your last words out of your
Let me
last
just
breath.
piss on that. Good job. You had one job and you accomplished it. Good, yeah, you actually succeeded.
Yay, white people!
Jay!
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Oh, fuck. I hope my kids never see this.
So,
no, you're just taking the place of several other white men. Don't feel bad about it.
the top knob that twists it all the way at the top. Okay.
I'm gonna get banned.
That's gonna
from
top out.
everywhere.
You're gonna see a red line.
No. We've been trying real hard for a long time.
Just listen for that mic specifically.
Anyway, they give you on the internet.
And you're already recording, which is good. Wade Wilson, are we gonna get some lyrics from you tonight?
We're going
Yes.
acapella tonight.
Doing a little bit different.
All right, whenever you're ready,
Okay.
sir.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Are you ready for me?
Mr. Wade Wilson.
Hey, everybody! Thank
Okay,
you so
so-
much for watching tonight. Thank you.
Whoop whoop.
This is our
Do you want to
performance
be?
No, I got this. I'm a professional, goddammit. All right, before I forget, let me remind you that I'm a rhymer that just want to hit Rihanna's vagina from behind her. Oh, and put rappers in a meat grinder. I'm a blindsider, lyrical designer, dust splitter the winner, killer like Mike Jack Thriller, guzzling Miller, murdering your album filler. Danger, Will Robinson, danger, another banger, known to make a stranger, situation, Rhea, Ranger. A break in the game with a hanger. Picked a lot, skateboarding through the suburbs with quarters in a sock. Chicks jumping on my jock like hot scotch. Guess who looking hot? Like I'm rich, bitch. Womp womp. I'm a goofball, just with a little smooth. What's up to Awesome Talk?
What's up?
Cheers.
Hell yeah, man.
There's something left in here?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
It doesn't matter. We throw these things
You got
around.
one more for us, or we done?
Oh,
Dan made the beat.
Actually, I can take all that. Hold on, I can take all that stupid music I put it in.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not set up to go on a beat.
Wait, not that way.
This looks like a lot of peer pressure.
It doesn't it though?
I can take the beat away, or is it too dumb?
We stole.
I feel like I'm on the spot now.
We stole his last word from him. Now we're forcing him to
Alright,
perform.
no beat. Take the beat away.
Yes, Bob.
I thought
Hey,
it was
should
great
I
without
even
the
do
beat.
another verse? Should I just stop now?
No, it was great.
No,
Do
we
it.
love it, dude.
Go.
Yeah.
No, man.
It was great.
Go in.
But
Wait.
he is being put on the spot, though. It's fucking ridiculous.
Fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
What's wrong with all of you?
Jack tucked his tail now.
Okay. I'm an outlaw, how raw. Cut my space in the game with a sawzall. I live in a few states and places you ain't gotta work out to lose weight. Fuck Ace. The homies here needed ship freight, but I'm in my zone. Sparking it. Made my name spray paint or marker it. I'm not figuring out how to market it. You must not know. This is Hip Hop Chappelle Show. I got some hot reasons for you to get low. I may be a rookie, but recognize a pro. Lyrical ammo. This TSC flow make the hydro grow to blow more spliffs. Might get ripped in the middle of Biz 6, hollering at their chicks with some thick ass hips. I'm on some shit. So come to grips. They.
No, dude. Oh, what's that? Man. God
Wait,
damn.
laying on my floor, dreaming of the world tour where these girls get it on behind limousine's door, but I'm where the bullets clap your encore, throwing out another metaphor, bringing heat straight back to your door. What?
Woo! Yeah. Thank you so much, Wade Wilson, for being on tonight, dude. Fucking awesome talk, season 10, episode 1. I want to give it up one more time for Mark Henley and Wade Wilson, DKFG. I want to hear from you guys. Great fucking show tonight, man. I'm proud as fuck that this is our 5-year anniversary. And
Glad to be on it.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank you everybody who watched and commented tonight. Darren right now trying to insult me.
It was just a buy. It was just a buy.
Just my watermelon water.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for drinking with us.
Facebook, YouTube, Home Bar Productions, motherfuckers. That is awesome talk.
Awesome talk.
Thank you, folks.
Hey, y'all, help.